All right, guys, we are back. I know I said I wasn't going to stream tonight, but I got off work a little bit earlier than I thought, and I figured, you know what, I got like 2 hours until I should probably go to bed. So, here I am, back again. Going to be watching Day 1, Week 3, MPL Philippines. And I was just scrolling through. I'm trying to get to the game because Game 1 is Blacklist versus Sonic. And the screenshot that I stopped this stream on is just perfection. You got OSX like, bro. You got Nicey like, sheesh. And you got Wolf just watching them. Xenogenesis, what's up, man? From PH. Hell yeah. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Here we are. You've arrived. We just started the stream. Perfect timing. Someone else said they were going to be first to this stream, but they did not make it. Chill Will, what's up, man? Welcome, welcome. Wait, is Chill Will Maskey? Because if it is, you're late, bro. You're late, bro. You're late, dog. You're late. Maskey said, I'm going to be there first next stream. Xenogenesis didn't even try, bro. He didn't even try. He just came in like, what's up, bro? Gwangin Kamai, what's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody just coming in. Welcome, welcome. We're not going to waste a lot of time because we don't have a lot of time. We're just going to jump in, yo. We're just going to jump in.
Gone the distance from being a rookie to a sophomore. Now he doesn't give a chance, like having that hesitation to go up against one of the world's best, right?
Hesitation obviously is going to be there.
Has there been any cool like stage walks, yo?
With two variations
Have there been any cool stage walks?
Will it be enough to win the battle
Onic
ahead
in
of them
black.
against
Yes.
a formidable opponent?
I don't know how this
Welcome
turns
to the
out,
stage,
so
Blacklist International.
I don't know how this turns out. Do they hit a pose? Come on, hit us with a cool pose. They're all nervous. No cool pose. Sad.
Hard bad thing to say.
Cool pose?
Give it up for
I want some
Onic,
cool poses, yo.
Philippines.
Oh no. I'm supposed to... I forgot. I was supposed to change my stream latency so that I could have
And their
captions.
coaches, Coach Bluffsy and Coach Master the Basics.
Sad. Sag.
Which team will start the week off strong?
Are both good dancers around the neutral objectives? Because it
Okay.
is also
Let's
a
go.
hero that you don't want to pick up.
We're going to get deep today,
But then again,
guys.
there's, like, Glue,
Real
there's
deep.
Kaja,
You know what I'm talking about?
there's a lot, like,
Most of y'all
Easy
ain't never
resource
been
there.
real deep,
I
but
don't
we're
know.
getting
I
deep
see,
today.
I mean, we have built up this, the battle between the two junglers here. I see Onic Philippines probably just going for the Frederick.
Anyways.
This is depending on what this last
Onic
is,
versus
I don't
Blacklist.
see it
I
being
do
the
like
Frederick
Onic
here.
right now,
It is
right?
Kaja. I see Onic Philippines just taking the Fredrin, so they at least have
Last
that
week
safe
they bumped up,
start,
I think,
that
from
safe
6th to
route,
5th
because
place. They're sitting at 5 points right
again,
now in the
even as
standing
comfortable
before
now
this
that
match.
Sensui looks,
Blacklist
you still
sitting
wanna-
in 3rd
never
place.
mind.
It's the
No,
joy.
But
It's
they take the joy.
Blacklist
the
only has
joy.
3
So,
games
do we
played,
see
though,
the
and
bias?
Onic has 4. Onic
Well,
kind of needs a
probably
point here or a
even
win
the
here
glue is there,
to keep
right? You don't wanna
themselves
give
in good
both
standings.
joy and glue to your opponents. There's also that Faramis that's also available for Blacklist International. With all of the heroes that are opened up, it's going to be great. I think that the highest, the better way to look at it is to go for the glue or the Fredrin.
Yeah.
And it is indeed going to be the Fredrin.
Everybody banning into Venus.
Yes,
Fredrin is going to get
Farsa
picked up from
for
Wise.
Lue.
Honestly, I don't know if the
trend,
joy
mostly it's all
is
about
worth that
possibly
trade.
prioritizing their
I'm not gonna
jungle
lie.
pick and their
Don't know if
mid
it's
lane
worth
hero
that
than the
trade.
EXP. Now the joy, we kinda
Fredrin
forgot
and
it on the
Fredrin and
first box
Farza
that
have
we
probably
tried to do for
been
Onic Philippines, but usually
the
you
most
actually
common
get
upfront picks, I
either
feel like. They've
the
been the
mid
most
lane
common
or
upfront picks,
the
for
jungler
sure.
First.
Yep.
So now, will they go for
Turtley,
the
what's
EXP?
up? Welcome.
Oh, it's
Levon,
actually immediate
Terbiasa
launch.
TV,
The
welcome,
answer
welcome.
to the Fredrin.
Yeah.
It's a straight up. Do they go for a Melissa right here? Because what I noticed about Blacklist International is that they want to engage all the time. 5v5 engage.
Yeah.
Kind of means that Melissa is a great hero to
The
answer
Akai.
that, because when you're all grouped up together,
Kai's not
damage
bad.
It's going to be carry.
Oh,
Still can be
okay.
viable.
Philippines goes with
Possibly
the, one
flexible.
of the possible nightmares
High
of a
chance it
marksman
will be
choice
jungle,
in
but
the Land of Dawn
it can be
carry.
flexible. They
But
just need
something tells
damage to
me
round things
it's
out.
one of the most studied possible heroes that you can prevent for having a good snowball. If you're up against Blacklist International, how do you counter this? Because seeing up on screen, we're looking at Wise's stats onto the Fredrin.
Yeah.
Because on the headline of today, it's all about
At
being
this
the
point, I
utility
think Blacklist
jungle
does
choice
need to
of
probably
these
lock in a
two,
marksman here.
players
Yeah.
for Onyx and Blacklist.
I think you go Brody
Or else it's gonna be
maybe
rough.
Melissa here if you are
Melissa
Blacklist
Brody could be
International.
solid.
So there's a lot of choices.
Maybe the
a lot of
Beatrix.
comfort. And maybe go
But
for
Super Red's been pulling out the Moskov a lot.
Maybe immediately now for
No,
So it's
man.
going to be
You're
the
bringing the
Melissa, as
marksman
we,
immediately. Good
have,
play, good play.
predicted here.
Probably one of the best options, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know that you
At
don't
this
want it to
point,
be
Onyx
banned
probably
out
starts
in the second
banning into
phase
Edward, right?
Because they already
They
locked
ban
in
out
the carry
the
here for
Benedetta on the
Philippines.
side of
You at least
Blacklist.
now have this Melissa here, who that, I mean, your
Maybe start
ultimate
doing this.
alone
Both
is gonna be
sides do
crucial,
still need an
especially
EXP laner.
with-
Actually, no.
So far, I mean,
Ryota,
it might
you
be
have
the
Joy,
Akai,
right?
The Akai looking to get the heavy spin lockdowns here.
Matt
So at least
Melvin,
you
what's
buy
up?
yourself
Welcome,
a little bit of
welcome.
Time with that. But my biggest thing is, you know, with Joy, is she worth, Wolf, is she worth that
First
first
pick.
pick?
Yeah.
Most teams will argue yes, just because of the fact that it's very strong when it comes to lane. There's no direct counter to it.
Levon?
And also it's a flex pick.
I think
Played in
currently
a
Philippines and
mid
Indonesia
lane,
is stronger
some
than
do
NA.
it, They
Yeah.
play the jungle.
Jungle.
But yeah,
I
X-Blade is
believe
the
that. I mean, it was shown in
jungle
M4.
choice. So
Do I think we are
for all of those
directly under them,
reasons,
though? I do
combining
believe
it
that,
together kind
which
of
is a good
gives you
standing
all
in
the
my
merit
book.
that maybe we can
Levon.
just pick up the joy.
We're talking about the
Yeah.
two most
Still
powerful
respect for
regions in the
Onyx,
world.
still making the
And
good
NA
moves here
is
up against
right there
Blacklist
under them.
International. The respect, though,
Tied for
the
third
fourth
with
ban
Malaysia,
on
so
Kadita.
I mean
But
Myanmar.
also
Tied for
one of
third
the
with
priority
Myanmar,
picks of
so
Onyx
I'm pretty
Philippines,
happy.
Exchange also
I'm
with
pretty
the
happy
Lucians. We don't,
where
oh,
NA
my
stands
Venus
right
still
now.
doesn't have a tank.
For being a
choice
non-MPL
for this
region
game, so
and being
what's
number
left on the
3,
table for the last batch for these two teams?
sheesh.
For Blacklist
GG's, bro.
International could be good versus the Melissa, or maybe Alilia, in fact. Both heroes that can be used by Super Friends to help Onyx Philippines deal the nuke damage against the Melissa, because that's the
I'd put Falcon
way for
Esports
you
better
to
than
take down the
NA.
Melissa.
Debatable.
Straight up, like, marksman
I would
versus
put 'em at the
marksman
same
battle,
position.
Melissa will win it mostly in a 5v5 situation, but you have a nuke mage. Now you have a way to
Both
pierce
of them
through the
lost to a
backlines
Philippines team.
and
I
get
mean,
that
to an
damage.
Indonesian
And
team.
Instead, it's going to be Natalia, which is one of those pocket traps
Both of
that
them-
Onyx Philippines have.
Yeah, I was about
We took
to,
a win off of
I
Onyx.
had 50-50 thoughts in sharing the Natalia pick.
Falcon
So they respected
got
once
swept
again for Onyx
by.
Philippines. Something tells me they don't want to be disrupted.
Falcon
early
took a
game,
win off RQ,
because
right?
since they still
I
don't
can't
have
remember.
an
I
XP
casted
lane
that game and I
hero,
can't remember.
or
Lol.
for Edward, Glue is still open for the table.
Yeah, and surprisingly, right? Surprisingly that Glue is still available, unless this is going to be the last ban here. But Onyx Philippines might just be okay with that.
Should be
right?
one
Especially if
PH.
they do decide to
We're
part with
talking. We're
Joy
not
to an
talking
XP lane.
about.
They know that that should at least for
We're
the
talking about
most part be a
regions.
dead lane.
Yeah.
Joy shouldn't die to the Glue, right? And then you can
Not
kind of
team
cause havoc
placements.
later on
Yeah.
throughout the game. So
Yeah.
Talking about
last ban
region
here.
For Amos,
placements.
maybe? So instead, it's
Melissa.
Matilda.
That's how we
Oh,
make
or-
NA sound a little better,
Yeah,
John Dela
Matilda.
Cruz. All right.
The
this is
Queen
blanket
Venus.
bans.
Yeah, for sure. So that means Eve will be picked up
Oh, okay.
instead.
What
So
does
this could
what
be
does
a,
Venus go here?
actually,
Venus might.
Okay, so the
Farsa?
Farsa position 5 already
Venus
listed before.
Eve
No,
support.
Really? Position 5 Farsa?
We'll see.
Rome
How many teams can
Farsa.
play it? Good defense. Even Farsa, it's the Squid Game strategy. All they needed is a triangle now.
Oh, it should be
Lancelot is their last
PH
thing
to the.
Oh, yeah.
John.
This is a different black box.
Yeah,
I love you,
different
bro.
black box. It's true. Onyx, okay, what do you do now? You have been snatched by Eve. I think the best case is.
Can someone
Lilia
define
perhaps for
this?
Onyx?
Oh, I had a
Then they
feeling.
go for Ruby.
Okay. Going back
Or
for
Xavier?
Ruby Sensui.
Someone define that
Xavier
for
or
me.
Lilia. Only one's left here for Onyx Philippines. Fair miss. Okay, they snatch it up.
They're lacking that magic burst damage for
That's a
Onyx
heart in
Philippines.
Korea?
How is this going
Okay.
up against
It's
this
like
lineup
doing the
of
heart.
Blacklist?
The way I see this
It's
is
like doing this.
If you're, I mean, burst-wise, yeah, you might not have the burst damage if you're comparing it to like Farsa, and you know Eve is kind of more controlled damage there, but it's kind of bursty as well. Whereas with Onyx Philippines, I think
I
they're
like the
trying
Ruby
to
here
outmaneuver Blacklist International here because they know that they're going to be
and the Fermis
pressed
for a
to
little bit of
fight
sustainability.
in objective kind of.
I'm actually
boxes, if you
surprised
will, or
Blacklist
circles, if
maybe
you will.
didn't pick up the
It's gonna
Fermis
be
as
tough
a
to fight that, right? So
as a roam.
You've got to outlast it. So you have this Fermis, and you've got to hope that somehow your carry
Man.
and nets can get online as soon as possible.
If they, yeah, okay. I was gonna say if they do pick up the Benedetta, it's all about like floor skills here for Blackness International. All about the shapes. It's the Squid Game composition. You have the circle, with the Farsa. You have the square.
The square.
The
You
square.
have the rectangle. You have the triangle from the Appraiser's Wrath too. And you
Ooh.
also have that models in
You have all the shapes.
everything.
Everything's a shape.
It's a shape. It's a floor
Shapes.
lineup.
The geometry.
It's
of
a
AoE
geometrical-
damage and burst of Blackness International.
geometrical
I'd say they're
lineup
setting
from
up a
Blacklist
bone
here.
Or even a disco night for this match, man. Like, having it all together, that triggered Wolves on what could happen with this kind of plug-and-play
We're talking about
lineup. But
the
let's see.
PH
Look at our
talent
predictions. Oh,
predictions
we have
with all
our
their pictures.
faces on the screen as we flash our own
Okay.
predictions for this match.
Predictions.
Blacklist International, whole straight casters for
Wow.
this match.
I do want to say
Blacklist.
with
Everyone
this
puts
prediction,
Blacklist.
I do
I think
say
Onyx
this
could take a
favors
game.
Blacklist International because of all the geometry that Wolf just mentioned here.
Yeah.
That's going to be really hard to fight in the objectives, and we know as we were painting this whole story, that's what it's going to come down to, I feel like, with these two junglers, right? And now with this first draft here from Blacklist International,
All right.
you actually have a huge advantage.
All
When you're
right,
fighting
let's see.
In those turtle pits, in those lord pits later on, with any shapes that you decide to choose, if not all of
Yeah.
them.
Ooh, there's a lot of area and zone control that can come out from Blacklist International. And if they do come away right. But the question still remains, who is going to play position 5?
Yeah.
I'm really curious. That Eve pick, and that also got me the idea
That's
that if
actually
Oh My Venus gives a throwback on the Farsa Rome. Will that be a bit of a risk early game?
I'm
as we
wondering
would
where
say?
everyone's going to swap
You
to.
know, thinking about it, between Farsa and Eve, like if they both
I
go
feel like
together,
Eve is the better
which
roam.
hero is not dependent on item compared to the other? I think Farsa is more item dependent because you want to burst
Yeah.
out heroes. You only have like 5 ultimates.
Mhm.
You know, like 4.
Saw how she took off her mask for the
nukes.
camera
But when it
so
comes
she
to
could look
Eve,
pretty. You guys saw that?
If you just play like
She was like, wait a
little
second,
bit
let me
sustained,
flex.
Yeah.
you play a little bit like just you're slowing people.
She
down
flexed
with a
on us,
muscle,
bro.
yeah, with poke
She was
baby.
like, oh, there's
You
a
play
there's
the
a camera?
hardcore
Let me
support
take this
role.
damn mask
Not
off.
not just that, but you have the box,
Yeah.
right? And then you just rush.
I do it
probably,
too
you
sometimes,
have
don't
your
worry.
roam, but you just, your first
I do it
item
too
is ice cream
sometimes,
water.
don't worry.
Yeah,
And then
you're
you just
okay.
you've got unleash slow basically.
Exactly.
It's which will allow you to let your
All right, we gotta
Farsa
fast
just
forward.
pop off with the damage, right?
Yeah,
And
for
have a
sure.
lot better time. So I'm actually really interested, to see.
on the poll because you might win a redeemable in-game code. One lucky commenter who guesses correctly, well, you have a treat for the day. And I believe the game is almost ready for the first action that we will serve in this weekend.
Well, here we go. Week 3 kicking off. And we can see, like we mentioned,
I'm oblivious
both
to some things,
junglers
Matt
here
Melvin, but I also
can be
noticed a
crucial
lot of
for either
things, you
team's
know?
Victory.
Oh My Venus.
Super Red going to help out with blue
the
buff here to give Wise a little bit of an
encourage instead of
advantage.
conceal.
Kakadu
That's his
already going
roam
back to base to get a
blessing.
little bit of health. I'm
Okay.
guessing took a bit of damage maybe from Venus
Already,
and
the
you.
position 5 Eve.
There is going to be a
is,
decent amount of damage from Venus and you in
It's a
the
little
early
weird
game.
already,
But here's the
they're playing
thing,
with
right?
encourage instead of conceal. So I
Here's the
wonder
thing,
what
right?
Blacklist International, you know, in
I
their
do feel
laboratory
like
classes maybe, what
Mid-game
have they figured out
will
with the
be
physics of
defensively
Mobile
weak,
Legends for them to
and there
fake.
could be
This
some
way.
opportunity
Since
for
Encourage
Onyx
is up for Oh My
to
Venus,
bully
maybe
that,
something
guys.
tells me that they might need that extra boost in terms of team because they have the AoE. They have set
I
up
love how
the
Matt
level
Melvin's
4,
like, yo,
and
join the
you can
membership.
play it or play it
But he
or
doesn't
say
even have a
plainly
membership. But I do
that
appreciate it, Matt
they might
Melvin. I
want
appreciate the
you
shout
to
out.
co-
Thank
they might
you.
want to cover
If
all
you guys have
corners
time, like
if
the
Onyx
stream.
Philippines goes in
If you got a job and you
Not
make
only that, but the
money,
fact that,
become a member.
if you're
It's less than a
encouraging here, we've
Starbucks
seen,
coffee every month.
What Melissa can do, just auto-attacking.
And the
in
more
general.
members I get, the
So
more
every
cool stickers
little
I can give you
bonus
guys to
is gonna
use.
make that much more,
And if the channel
devastating.
gets
Not only
really
that,
big,
but
then we can,
inspire as well.
you know,
Yeah,
maybe
I
start
agree
doing
with you.
cool
I think that-
giveaways or
that-
something. I don't
That makes a
know.
lot of sense because Melissa, you wanna, if you keep them together, if you
We
activate
could do like
your bundles
membership
that you can connect
scrims.
on
I
more
don't know.
people, you want to take them down as soon as possible, and having both inspire and encourage at the same time, it means that you max
We'll
out your
definitely think
attack
of something cool.
speed, and also max out your damage output from all the members of Onyx Philippines. So I think it makes sense in the end. But then again, not having the conceal is, you know, teams always move around the conceal timing.
With that being said, Kekadut might have a chance in having a good setup. So since
Once I
most
sell
of
my
them are
NFT.
all in an Ube form, so maybe
Good luck,
this
bro.
this will give them another chance.
Oh, Edward.
Well, Edward quite low there, so he's probably going to check out of this first turtle fight.
Bro, they're taking this
So that
turtle.
might be the numbers
Literally
advantage
first
that
turtle,
Onyx
already
is
taking it
looking
slow.
for. Wise going to get zoned out here a little bit.
See,
Kakadu
Onyx does
doing
have a bit
job.
of an
They have
advantage.
Ryota now.
Oh, nice,
They
I'm
do
offended.
find a little bit of damage on Wise, but
Just because of how
ultimately,
squishy black is,
Sensui
right? You have no
secures the
tank that
first
can hold the
turtle
front
of game.
side.
Folks, there's one important. What's
John
most
Dela
important
Cruz
on
with the
Philippines Thursday,
Canadian
make sure that
donation.
Edward is very
Bro,
low.
this
So
man
about
makes a
40%
donation but
we
doesn't
had to
become a
commit
member.
Like the final blow, and that meant the Blacklist International.
This
lost
man's
6
donation is
bullets
the
on
same
turtle
price
area.
as a membership.
You saw that how well they managed to apply pressure onto Weiss, so that Weiss will back
Thank you for the
down,
donation.
and that meant free turtle take.
I'll
for
gladly
Sensui,
add you on ML,
turning
but I
Onyx
barely
Philippines
ever
with a
play,
great
bro.
start.
Now that
Great
season
start
is
and
coming back
coverage
too,
on the map as
I
they
will probably
try to give a vision for the team.
maybe you see me
Even
play
though
Magic
Blacklist
Chess in the
is
morning on
trying
like
to
a
see some
Monday or
potential
Sunday
on how to counter
when I'm
this
with my
one.
daughter.
As early on, they have a lot of CCs from Onyx Philippines that they need to watch for, such as this.
But I'll add you,
Oh,
bro.
there is a lot of ultimates out here. The Retribution does come out, but they're going to be focusing
Look me up,
on
Trex
everybody.
Cast.
Wise quite low,
And let me
half
know your
health
IGN.
here. They're still going to be
Ryota in the backside. Wise gets a lot of life back.
To get Kakadu. They're going to force him
Uh-oh,
back
a
little
lot
bit.
of
Now
damage on
in
Ryota.
trouble. Pops the vengeance.
First blood to
Falls
Blacklist.
there in the river. First blood for Blacklist International.
My God, I think that Kakadu just focused on physical defense, or maybe just focused on magic defense. I mean, because of physical damage of Weiss, that one ultimate put him from 100 to 20 in a snap. And tenacity didn't kick in enough because, of course, he was very. I love
Oh, you goes down.
I think he got him
Oh,
back,
my Venus
Wolf.
goes down as well, though.
Okay.
2 for 0.
I
Nice
think
play.
that just pretty much makes up for the last
Those
interaction
two
between
are
Kakadu and the
honestly
team.
kind of
I
the weak
agree.
points.
This
At
is
this
one thing
point
I
in the
was talking
game,
about earlier, right?
for a little
How
while-
Kakadu will have a great chance or a higher, play up against Yue and even Oh My Venus. If they're trapped in one place and they can't.
Just
go
because of
even
how
into
squishy
the
they are,
most
and there's
visible
no
build
tank to
problem
protect them.
That Blacklist needs to address.
Nice
Now
pin
they're
onto
locking out
Wise.
here, fighting for the orange. Feathered airstrike going to come down. It is secured though. Wise still on the hunt.
Come on,
Looking
Sens.
for Sensui.
Oh.
He's in trouble.
You should have committed.
As he falls in the river now. Turtle up. Sensui down.
I don't have
bad
voice to
decision from Onyx
speech.
Philippines to
Voice to
fight
speech.
and invade Blacklist before the turtle fight happened. Fortunately, Ryota is going to put Weiss low.
I
so that
could
means
add
that
it.
Onyx
How do I
Philippines
add
might
it
be able
again?
to catch up unless Blacklist International bursts down the Lord.
Yeah, that's just going to be a turtle going to the hands of Blacklist International here. Wise able to survive quite a bit, right? So now it's even across for the turtles. He's going to lose his purple, though.
Oh yeah.
Although,
Kakadu got it.
yeah, Kakadu able to grab that. That's going to give him a little bit of an advantage here. So, Onyx Philippines making a play themselves.
Great coverage and great way to trade with objectives. Now, as 5 minutes go, look at another pull
They're
from
going to pull
Kakadu.
Wise. There you go. The heavy spin. Going to lock him down. Can't get anywhere. Appraiser's Wrath.
Wow,
Not going to
misses.
connect, though. Wise still up here. Now Edward joining the party. They get Super
Hold on.
Friends. He's in
Oh,
trouble.
Super Prince goes down.
Punished here as he falls. How did he survive that?
They're still alive, Wolf.
Weiss! That was a beautiful set of moves. He went in, stepped on the Cyclone Eye, activated the Appraiser's Wrath, so he gets life
The Weeb
steal.
Air Bros.
He
Nice.
anticipated the flicker
Fun
from
fact.
Super Friends.
Fun fact.
Talking about instincts, Wise has it first.
Wow, that was nuts.
That was mind-blowing.
That was Weiss.
I was just
That was one.
bring back to the action and how that play gave
Man.
way for Blacklist International to cover more on the map in the first 6 minutes.
I'm still in shock right now of how that play went, how mechanically freakish that is. And I don't know if it's, at this point you don't know if it's luck or both.
Or
right?
both.
Could be.
You know? That's just pure athleticism, basically.
Yeah.
You know?
One of the world's
I'll be doing
best,
NACT
man.
on Sunday, guys. I'll be doing
You know,
NACT
that's
on
just-
Sunday.
At the end of the day, sometimes you just have to be like, man, I'm just athletic as hell
Yeah.
and land
Yeah.
on. That's all it is.
Experience translates to what? Pure high mechanic play. Onyx Philippines destroy a tower down bottom, as well as Edward going for the cut lanes up top.
So
How do I
this,
add voice to
little bit of
chat?
the dust will settle, but Onyx Philippines with that
Super
push
chats.
onto the bottom lane's really massive. Now, gonna have to think: do we fight the next turtle? And if you're Onyx
Enabled.
Philippines, you kind of have to. Your timer will expire. Surely, there was a time where you can burst.
Who do
out
I want
both
to talk?
Yue and Oh My Venus in a snap, but when the defensive items come in, now gonna have a bad time. So they have to press on, especially when they're facing up against a Melissa.
We're talking about windows on how to defend up against Oh My Venus and Yue, but look at that Ryota poking on Edward.
Should do
Point, Ryota.
Poking him
Great
down,
Britain.
Edward quite low here. Can't elect the final blow out of there. Now they're going to be setting up the box here around this turtle. It's
Hold
the
on.
third one of the game. Who's going to be able to grab it? The feathered airstrike zoning him out, and it goes over to Wise pretty easily, despite Sensui being there as well. Bottom side, though, 1 versus 1. Marksman versus marksman, and Super Red comes out on top.
All right, 2 things. First, we did say during the draft that when it comes to a marksman versus marksman battle, it's going to be Melissa who's going to be having a better time because you need the nuke mage, and I think that was a mistake, a misjudgment from Onyx Philippines. Second point, when they do find the kill onto Edward, it looked like Onyx Philippines had the advantage on the turtle, but you saw how much slow there was from OI Venus. He didn't even have the Ice Queen 1 when that fight happened, but it was already very sticky around the box of Blacklist International with all of the slows that they have.
Just imagine how you would survive in mid-game. This was
All right, let's try this, guys. We're going to test this.
The magic damage in Onyx Philippines. Since it's mostly, we could rely on Super Prince, right? What when will be that time? Because he only has the Clock of Destiny to really suffice.
We're going to test out our new...
damage up against Blacklist International's mid-game power spike.
Mid-game
Super
power
chat.
spike's going to be crucial, right? For, I mean, Blacklist International in general. They're now that the turtles are pretty much
Okay.
done with, right? The first next
Someone send a quick donation.
Here. I can see
I'm
both
sorry.
teams
I know I'm asking a lot
full
here,
force fighting
but we
it.
have
They
to
don't
test
wanna
this
give it up,
out.
but hold
It's
on,
important.
action in the mid lane. Super Prince has
It could
to
be
flicker it out. Colt
super
Ultra
chat.
as well.
I need a super
Kekidu
chat.
A little bit late here. Electo final blow under the turret.
I'm gonna have to send one to
Super
myself.
Prince. They're still going at it. Nets joining the party, trying to decide an angle to enter from. Can't find it though. A little
I
bit
send one
too
to myself?
late. It's Super Prince that falls.
Great clash from both teams, but ultimately Blacklist International likes what is happening. Then again, most of their turrets are now falling down. This is one thing that Onyx Philippines can have.
Kekidu gonna find Oh My Venus. They get the lockdown with a heavy spin. Now working on Wise. They're gonna back off for now. Happy with the 1. Lord now spawning a couple seconds away. Onyx Philippines with a numbers advantage.
Great activation of Gary.
Oh my
They
god, I
actually
can't
brought
have
it
all
in the
that.
mid lane. After the kill onto Oh My Venus, now they have access to the Lord.
Bro, we
Without
got
the box
a lot of
of
old
Blacklist
stuff going
International,
on.
This is more winnable for Onyx Philippines.
We have to turn off a lot of
Might
stuff.
wait up until Yue uses that ultimate, but I believe they won't risk it.
Oh, they're gonna
Kekidu and
focus
Ryota
on
being trapped.
Wise. Edward now coming from the backside, looking for Kekidu. Does find him. Lord, though, secured by Onyx Philippines. So they grab that first big objective here. Can they play around it despite losing a member?
Wow. I think that they can. Maybe they
Bro,
can
I'm
get
like,
a
this is
counter
giving me
trigger
my
to the
Facebook
mid
stuff.
lane
This
or
is a
maybe
problem,
top lane.
guys.
The Pitmaster. Wow, I love it. Ranked first in total turtle kills, and they take out Super Red up top. One thing I want to say, Ryota has been playing well this game. Was on point. Took down Edward in the second turtle take, and now during the Lord take, he was the one with Kekidu to force Wise to actually commit the retribution in the purple buff, which meant that there was no contest at all for Blacklist International.
Since Onyx Philippines has so much mobility and damage up against Blacklist International, I say this is how they countered the geometry of damage that they have, right? The plug and play and how they wanted to peel one. Edward!
Oh, Edward barely escaping, but here comes Sensui under the turret with a heavy spin.
John Dela
They
Cruz
find
donated
Edward.
$2 Canadian
Still looking
dollars
for
and
Lord.
79
He's gonna be in
cents through
trouble
Super
quite low.
Chat.
They don't
What
get the
channel can we
kill,
watch
but Bird's
next?
not enough. And now
Thank you for the
Wise
donation.
trying to zone
There
everybody
we
out
go.
the best he can with Yue. Oh My Venus there
I
to
fixed
back
it,
him up,
guys.
but
I
can't
fixed
help
it.
enough. They back off.
Sensui's stats,
Wise
bro?
holds his ground. It's a one-for-one trade-off
My
that
bad.
Onyx Philippines
Here.
would love to have, especially because they are able to utilize the Lord in a cross-map kind of way. They took one turret only, however. But
All
they
right,
did take
we're all
out that
good now,
very
guys. We're all good.
was Edward.
We'll pay
They
attention now.
2,100. So,
Onyx actually winning right now. I've missed a lot of this game because I've been...
As the progress
Trying to
goes
make my
for
stream
the
cooler.
yellow Hedgehogs, I say this gold lead, they need to hold this.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to
until
send
we
that.
Go further off of this game because the problem
Whoops.
is the ultimate.
Big L.
Drex donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Drex is the best caster in the whole world.
Also from Wise's ultimate, I say they
We
have more
already tested
coverage
it. Now I
if
look like a
ever they use one
scumbag.
set from Kekidu, right?
Yeah, they got to be careful, though. Even with that.
John
being
Dela
said,
Cruz.
You know, Yue able
What
to
channel
cut
can we
on a
watch on
burst,
ACT?
but what's happening is Onyx Philippines is just finding their own setups, right? Even with this poking that Black International can do, you have
The
to keep
qualifiers will be on
because a lot of the times it's
here
him
on
and Sensui
Sunday and a bunch of
finding
other
targets,
channels on
locking them
Saturday.
down, and
But you
allowing
can watch
Nact
the
to just pretty much
actual, like,
unleash.
during the season,
A bit of battle there, as you saw.
you can watch the live stream on
Don't want to aggress each other, but you know, Blacklist International have been doing a great job
This
defending
channel.
this mid lane. Well, they do have 2
Outside of
mid
the game,
mages, so
I like to
it's
keep
not a
my
very
life
difficult
active and
task to
healthy.
have. But keeping
You can
that
watch,
means that Blacklist
like, during the
International will have
season,
some
you can
farm
watch it
points,
on this channel.
especially protecting their jungle from the mid lane path.
During the
Yeah, they have
season,
Weeb
guys.
Clear. They have a good push from Yue and Oh My Venus. I say the problem for Blacklist International is Bryce.
Tomorrow,
He's been saving
you can
that
watch it on
clear for the
Private
most
Dancer
important
stream.
moments that they have, because to see Super Red is on.
Tomorrow, you
Inspired,
can watch it on
and,
Private Dancer
well,
stream.
the ultimate could be the one saving
You can
him,
watch it
but-
on G
but
the
Eddie's presence
Ico.
right now, he's a lot.
You can watch it on
gives a lot
UA. You
of
can watch it on
coverage
Exaya.
for those,
All of them are
ways
going to be
that
covering
either
it
Onyx can
tomorrow, I'm
bounce
pretty
back.
sure.
That's unfair, right? If you're inspired and encouraged, right? So,
Yeah.
but it's not working so far for Super Red. He's really got to have the advantage here. But right now, it's been all Onyx Philippines as they find Wise. Wise is taken out just like that. So this could be a good position for Onyx Philippines to be in. They're going to go ahead and work on this Lord here. They get the flick around from Super Prince, but there's nothing Blacklist International can do to contest this Lord.
Oh, Ryota.
Ryota getting the flicker out from Oh My Venus. They're on the run. Too much damage, though. Ryota with a play.
How do you stop a moving Joy?
Lots
No.
of American Asians, yes.
You can't.
That's
You
the
can't.
answer.
Lots of
Yeah,
Asian
you
Americans.
can't.
Even with all of the encouragements and all
A lot of them were
the
born in
inspiration, you
America,
can't-
though, but that's
This is the
America.
problem now,
It's a
because the
mix.
damage even
A lot of
for Nets
Hispanic
really showing
players,
up
a lot of Asian
for Blacklist
players, a
International.
lot of
They have
whatever.
setups, from Kekadut, but he's
African
not using any flicker
American.
yet. So how is Blacklist International sees a chance here? Super Dad has claws, but is that enough? Up
Onyx
against
has to
Onyx
win
Philippines
this.
right now, Wolf?
I think that they need
But you
all
never know,
items
right?
that They all fully packed items, and I think Wise also needs to tank
There's
up
no. This is the
more.
problem, right?
He's not
No
able to
defense on the
farm
side
up
of Blacklist,
as you
bro.
would expect
No
him. He
defense.
doesn't even have like magic defense, like outright magic defense, right?
They're
Sure, you
not
can get that
covering the
from both opponents,
qualifiers.
but look at
No,
him
there's
go. Look at
too
him
many
go
games
away.
happening at once.
That has happened time and time again.
We're literally just gonna
Wise getting
spectate
locked
and just
down
like
here.
watch the
UA
games.
escaping
It's
with
not
a
like
little
they're not.
sliver of health.
You have to think
Goes
about
there
the
and hits
production,
turret mid
and there's
lane.
going to be tons of
Onyx
games
Philippines
happening at the
just
same exact time
unleashing
during
a Blacklist
qualifiers.
International.
We just get to choose
Next
which ones we want to
question,
spectate.
Is this double mage setup in the mid lane worth it here? Right now, it's a tough time. Edward trying to do his best, going to get quite low. The boxes
Edward
came
going down. This is it.
Super
GG's.
Red
GG's.
defending the best he can. There's the feathered
They got to be
airstrike.
careful.
They get the
Lots of
immortality
damage on a
out here.
Kekadu. Onyx
Might
needs to
be
back
as
off.
well
They
to
need to
clean
back
up.
off.
Super Red able to get the
Go take the
kill.
purple
They
buff. Just
lose
chill.
2
You've taken
turrets
2
in the base,
inhibitors.
but hold on for longer.
You see the defense from both Farside Eve is just almost impenetrable.
Really
Although
strong.
Onyx Philippines did take out one hero that was Wise, and they
I'm
took
waiting
out 2
for
inhibitors, but
her to talk to
this is
us.
gonna be good for Blacklist International. They have great defenses, and Onyx Philippines,
Is she
they
going to
defense
announce your
7,000,
super chat,
but
bro?
that doesn't mean that all of their
John
troubles are
Dela Cruz
over. They
donated
have
$2
to find a way
Canadian
to
dollars
take
and
out both
79
of
cents
these
through
UA out of
Super
the
Chat.
equation
John
before they
Dela
are
Cruz
able
for
to
next round table.
completely push through the base.
John Dela Cruz for next round table.
They're not out of jungle yet, because if Onyx...
Matt,
Philippines
it is a little
wants to
slow,
win-
huh?
Oh,
Wow.
Sensui!
They're going to get the Colt Ultra out here from Onyx Philippines. Ryota jumping into 4. Gets the flicker out. Now Net's there as well. A lot of resources here expended by both teams. They go back. Lord still 40 seconds away here. While Edward
I heard the
holds
Evo
down
Sora
that
game was
bottom
quite
side.
the game.
It's still an even ball game, right? But now Nets really had a chance to pile up those gold, ranking #1. Up
I heard
against
this.
The gold laner
Mirko
of Blacklist
tweeted about it or
International.
something.
How is this?
Well, they need to utilize that in 30 seconds or 20 seconds. Say that. Long lane gonna be controlled by both the XP laners. You can see that Wise and Kekadut might touch shoulders in a little bit. Nets showed himself kind of baiting Wise in this, but
it's a
they do know
dangerous
there's
one.
a lot of vision for Blacklist International.
Oh, Wise trying to come in, gets a top. Here comes Sensui and Super Friends.
I'm offended. Immortality
Uses
gonna be
that
top
Colt
here.
Altar a little bit
Yoda
early
making his
there.
way to the fight as well as Edward. There's the response. They back off for a little bit. They're going to pull the Lord out of the
A little
pit
bit
here.
early.
Which
That was a
team
good pull.
wants to commit here?
For a second, I thought
Ultimate's
Net's name
down
was
3
Nuts.
for Onyx Philippines. They still got the advantage.
I looked over and I was
but
like, nuts.
Wise not going to let this one go here as this Lord dance ensues.
That was a good pull from Wise, man. I mean, the peel and the pull.
Someone
You get
should
two
make that their
ultimates
name.
out. Now
But
how will they manage to steal it?
KNUTS.
It's Sensui
Nuts.
and Wise. The
It's
retribution
actually a good
battle
name.
is on, but
Not
Black
even for the
International's all over
memes.
the
It's
place.
just a kind of cool
so now
name.
going to push them back here. Look at Super Prince.
KNUTZ.
Going from the angle. Still,
Wise
they're going to have to
and
fight for it.
Bro, Wise is one of the best retros. Hold on. Uh-oh, Nets on the base. Nets on the best. GG's. 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 Question mark. GG's.
As he takes game number 1 in Nets fashion.
He pulled the Benny Cutie,
I'm
bro.
gonna say it again.
He pulled the
Nothing
Benny
but
Cutie on
Nets
them boys.
in Season 11.
Nothing but Nets. Sheesh.
Reaction.
We were
We
How you
were
feeling,
so
Wolf?
focused in the
Nothing
Lord
but
fight,
nets.
right? In the Lord pit. The pit master being in there, that's Sensui. And all of a sudden, you see this play once again from Nets. No, not even needing the
Nothing but
rapid
Nets, bro.
I think they're going to take, maybe they take the Fredrin this time, right? But I like that you pointed out that glue was still open previous game. I feel like it would have been better if Edward had just picked the glue, because then at least you provide some of that front line-ness that you need, right? You
Right,
need some
I
of that
agree.
beefiness
All right,
in
all
the
right.
front line to help.
agree.
Onyx still first pick. Blacklist
not
wants
have to worry
second.
about
Band's
everything.
looking
Like, Wise
almost the
last game had to
same.
worry about
But
securing
this
the
time,
objectives and staying alive and not getting locked
Onyx
down.
switching it up a little
There's a lot
bit,
of
right?
things, or there's a lot of
They're taking out the joy on themselves this time,
with
even
Wise
though
on
they
game
have
number
first
1.
pick.
Or the respect ban carry from Blacklist International. So would it
Things
be
are a
the
little bit
Xpeling,
different. I think at
or
this
would it
point,
be the
Onyx
Fredrin
needs to
for
pick up the
Onyx
Fredrin.
Philippines?
Valentina, there's
I think so.
Oh yeah, it's open.
But they might feel comfortable with the Akai.
Well, that way it
Valentina
is.
comes in.
Okay,
Good pick.
well. So do you still pick up the Farsa if you're Blacklist? Fredrin Farsa, perhaps?
Okay.
100%.
Theos Thakalam.
Still
Sakalam.
pick and ban rate.
I do go at a pretty high bit
Which
rate.
tells us that Fredrin was
That
posted
could
in
be
all
it.
of the drafts.
Maybe.
You know, when Fredrin first
Appeared.
came out, like I never thought
Most of it.
that
I also
he'd
go
be
on
as,
ultra
like,
low latency,
just
so like I can read your guys'
of a
comments and you
hot
guys
commodity
like. There's
pick.
barely any lag,
I
like
just
any
never- I mean,
delay.
when you first see Fredrin
Um,
as a hero and like his kit and everything,
I might
you're
go to
like,
normal
"Oh, he's pretty-
latency.
He's pretty good.
That way we can have
But then
captions
he
for
fits
people
so
from
well in, like, today's meta,
other countries.
which is just win these dances.
Yeah,
You know?
and in team fights, man.
Super Red has
Yeah,
gotten
and
better.
mostly
Super
it
Red
was
has
really
actually
versatile,
gotten
like,
much
can work with
better
everything.
over the past
And Melissa for Blacklist International
3
was like a
weeks.
pick.
day
Notice the
one.
hierarchy of Melissa
He was rough, and
now.
like I said, he was up against Echo.
It's already
He's definitely starting to prove himself though. Last week he played
I think
great.
it's one of the strongest ones. No, early
On the
game, it was
Moskov?
a good run for Super Red to use the Melissa. Now, it's still Akai for Onyx. Will they go up against a marksman pick if you're Onyx Philippines right now?
Yeah. So what
Gideon's
do you-
probably
I mean,
sleeping, bro.
You kind of want to think about your.
It's early
experience
morning
of,
for them.
the
I can't
Philippines.
expect him in every
Consider
stream,
that
bro.
Lapu-Lapu is there, but, you
I like the fact that
between
he's putting out
Lapu-Lapu and
content,
Yusha, both
though.
those heroes
Proud
don't
of my
really
guy.
act well versus
He's committing to
this
content.
Melissa. So what do you pick up now? What if they pick up the Charizard last? But instead they are gonna consider Brody
Okay.
decent matchup versus the Melissa.
Yeah, it was a rough
I say
debut
this
for
is the
Super
classic
Red.
priorities of Onyx
Literally
Philippines back
against
in their day,
one
in
of the
their
greatest
games,
team in the world
for week
currently.
number 1. So this is one of their strongest comfort picks. Now Black International, would
Yep.
they go for the position 5 now?
I think they go Lolita this time.
Wolf.
You are correct, sir.
The overseer.
Wait, Oheb didn't
in our
actually go to
captain
MDL,
table.
did he?
I'm happy to be here.
Happy to be here with you
Wow.
too, Wolf.
I'm inspired and encouraged by you guys.
I
Did
just want you
Oheb
to
actually
share,
go to MDL?
Inspire and encourage.
Yeah.
I just want you to share some of that IQ.
Yeah. He doesn't have the conceal, he has the encourage right on his shoes, right? Just imagine
Yeah.
it's being amplified like this. Energy. Now going to the second phase of banning. Who do you ban out on your blacklist? Since
I thought he
the
was just
side of
taking a
Onyx
break.
Philippines, they don't have their EXP lane yet.
Yeah. So you ban out the KK Dude heroes, perhaps? Maybe Ruby from the
I was gonna
previous
say,
game? Yeah.
please, like I would.
He's not
personally,
playing.
it would be great
That's
if
probably-
they
honestly,
ban out
though,
Ruby, because then it does force Kekadude
He's
to play,
probably on
something else instead.
leave,
And
but that way he
I
can
always
still
said
get some sort of
with
pay.
Kekadude specifically, he
It
kind
probably
of
has to do with
50-50
contracts and
games
stuff,
with
guys.
Philippines, Right,
Yeah.
so far he's had
Yeah.
Probably
amazing
just has
games,
something to
and
do
then
with
he's had games
contracts.
Where it's like, Kekadude, what's
Okay.
going on here? You
Yeah.
know, so I feel like you could actually just leave that open because you know that's kind of the case for Kekadude. But
Yep.
even
Good
last
day and a
game,
bad day.
yeah, last game, you know, he had a heck of a start on that Ruby.
It's not like I don't think he actually got like
So what do you
demoted.
ban? Like,
I don't think they were like, yeah, you
Ruby.
played terribly. You're going MDL, bro.
yeah, there's really not much that you can. Maybe Cho, as KK Dude kind of, if I recall correctly, that's also pick, or maybe Franco even.
Oh yeah. Oh, we haven't
That
seen
could be
Franco
good.
because clearly, well, this Akai would be on the jungle, right?
Can teams
So
do that?
if they
Can
wanna
they
pick off
mid
and there's a Lolita on the other side.
mid
Franco would
MPL
be a good
promote
choice
someone from MDL
for,
to their
Onyx
team?
Philippines. So if
Are
you're
they allowed to do
Blacklist,
that?
do you shorten out the choices of the EXP lane or the roamer? Well, yes. Wolf said it again.
Okay. Wow.
Double the encourage boots, man.
Okay. It's the band Feramis. So no, you still have the Farsa if you're Blacklist International.
Yep.
Gonna be good. Or
Super
You know
Red's
that-
doing
you know it's
fine,
gonna be,
but he
stalled.
hasn't really
You're gonna
like
fight against that, too.
wowed us yet.
That's
You
the
know,
way
like
it's
OHEB would
gonna be.
wow us. Players wow us.
Yeah. There you
Super
go.
Red hasn't
Okay.
reached that point
Love
yet
that
to where
answer.
we're
Blue
like,
for Blacklist
yo,
International.
we're
So
just like,
it's
yo,
open for
Super
Edward
Red.
against
He's
these,
playing. He's
these
playing good.
Three picks of Onyx Philippines. I think it would actually work.
I think you go Grok if you're Onyx Philippines on the Expo lane so that you can match up against the Glue, and then you're gonna be looking for a roamer. I think Atlas could be good for Onyx Philippines. It's gonna be their last choice since Franco's not available anymore. So that could be the choices here for the set of Onyx Philippines, like Atlas as well as the Grok. So much.
So they
defense, so much
can
speed.
transfer once a week.
But instead, it's going to be.
I think it's still a Ruby for Onyx Philippines, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I think
Ruby's
this is
good.
Still a Ruby.
It was a Ruby.
Ruby does decent
You know,
against a lot of
Family
current
voice,
meta.
Family voice.
Yuzhong.
Yuzhong. Oh,
No,
okay.
yeah,
backline
Ruby and
defense,
Yuzhong.
And still
The
going to go
Farsa.
with the Ruby and up against
The
Alfarsa.
Farsa,
Okay.
okay.
Final pick for Black International.
You have a
How's
lot
this
of
for game number
answers.
2 for the recoded
The
team?
Yuzhong I think is very clean.
Okay,
It deals with
maybe what they should for
deals
for
with
the
you.
recoded team, this is very
It can
standard.
deal with
As we
Super
expected,
Red,
right?
and it
This
can
is what
stop the
Blacklist
Numenon
International wants
Blast.
to do. They wanna
A lot of answers. You
just
also have
think
Sensui,
of
who does
the-
almost the same
the
thing to all of
standard,
them.
box
You have a
type
lot of
kind
answers,
strategy
I
that
feel
they
like,
have
from
gonna be,
Onyx.
Playing around this Melissa, and then of course just
Am I going to watch the
play
Echo
together.
game? Yeah.
so that they can take the objectives. While for the side of Onyx Philippines, they do
Unless
have the
these next
same,
two
and it's
games
kinda
go like
similar
40
kind of
minutes
strategy.
apiece.
The only problem here is how are they going to take down the Melissa? Surely they have the Brody, and at a certain point, like the Yu Zhong will not have any problems from the go away of the Melissa. But once they don't land those ultimates up and combo up and control the Melissa, they might not have enough.
Well, how will Blacklist bounce back in game number 2 with the lineup up against Onyx Philippines? Let's see how will they make it work in this game.
Well, I think already, specifically for Black.
But the game will be long, Trexie.
Again, with
Okay.
just this draft and
Thank you for the
allowing
warning.
Wise to focus on what Wise has to do is already a good step in getting us to a game 3. Right now, Onyx Philippines, on the other hand,
It
like
looks
you
like it
said,
could be a long
well,
game.
if you can still get those
You got
knockdowns
Edward
with
on
Sensui,
Glue,
you have Kekadu once
Venus
again,
on
if he has a great game
Lolita,
Ruby, you're gonna be
Wise.
able to
You have a
set
lot of
yourself
bulk
up
on
for
both
possibly
sides,
sweeping Black
and that
International.
normally equals 20
This could
plus
be
minute games.
Well, a balanced attack if you're Blacklist and up against Onyx Philippines, because there were a lot of ways that they leveled the playing field now. Oh, my Venus on the
I think
conceal,
Brody
so
was
maybe they
always
could be more
pickable.
busy in getting those rotations quickly for the vision.
Okay,
where
so
Wise
Venus is going to
needs have a
need to
good
be
target for a
careful
lane gank, right?
how he sets these Numenon blasts. I feel like
Gonna
all
need
of them
that,
need to be from a
the
bush.
first movements
He
of the
can't be out
junglers
in the
will be
open.
so
He's got to be
crucial.
very
So far,
clutch because he's
Su's
got a
already
lot of
able to
threats,
reach
right?
24
He has
after
Ryota
that.
on the Yuzong.
And
You have
61
Kakadu
seconds
along
off,
with
and he actually still
Kakadu
wants
to
to
hit out
Blizzard,
these
so
I'm
between the
Offenders
two,
on the Ruby.
it's
So just
actually
a lot of
Onyx
possible
will
answers.
have
You even have
more
Nets
jungle
possibly. You have
compared to
Sensui with
that
the heavy
Blizzard.
spin. I mean, just so many things that can disrupt him.
Advancement on the early game
Now,
progress. Look at that. The pokes from
Ryota's
Edward.
problem
This
here
is what I'm saying,
is
right?
when he goes
The
into Black
glue
Dragon
on the
form
hands
in
of
some of these
Edward
big
really
team
works
fights,
well.
he's going to have to make a
Now, it's
choice, right?
mid-lane
Does he go
pokes
for you
for these
or does
two
he go for
players
Super Red?
or members of
If they're
Onyx and
split
Black
up,
International. I say they're
either
just leveling
one
up the time
could be
to
the
get on
death
the
of
first
him.
of
If he
both
goes for you and Super
Pretty
Red
much
gets a nice
rushing right
angle
here
on
at
him,
this
he
point.
comes
It's
out of
10
Black
seconds till
Dragon
that
form,
turtle comes
he can
up.
get
You're
melted
gonna
down,
see
especially
Kekadu
mid to
coming out
late
of
game.
reset
So
here.
that's going to be a
And,
possible
they
issue.
might
He also
break
doesn't
them a
want to
little
get
bit, but I
taunted
still
when he's
see,
trying to
it
engage
coming
into
down
these
to
big
this
fights,
turtle
because
dance
if he
pretty much for
does,
now.
he's an easy target. Taunt
Look at that.
plus stun from Venus
Well, the pressure
plus
upon
possible
and
getting
with
glue
the far
to
side.
get the
There you have
grab
it.
on you, but Net's going to
Talking
get
about
taken
AoE
out
and
for his
early game
blood.
damage, right?
I mean, I was gonna
That's
say,
bad,
looking
right?
for
Super
a
Red already
trade,
going to
but
start to get an advantage
instead,
here, get some gold plating.
International
At
gets
this
the
point,
turtle
Blacklist
plus the
taking
kill.
turtle
Hold on,
plus a
they're
kill,
looking for
possibly
more here.
more.
But it's
Edward
actually
going to go
Edward that
down, so a
falls.
nice pick.
A
Sensui's been
mistake
doing great
by
with these
Blacklist
pins from
International,
game
but they're
1
still gonna be
to
going
game
on
2.
Venus, not gonna
It's
connect
been very
on that
clean.
noon on blast. So right now, Onyx Philippines able to get a kill out of all that. First, it was just
Very, very
Black
clean.
International with an objective and a kill, but now Onyx Philippines on the board as well.
Honestly, Blacklist International going to be pretty happy with that. Edward did his job. Have lost one lane of minions.
Good thing about Glue, you can take a death and still be viable. He has lost a little bit of his early, with that last nerf, his early game isn't as strong as it used to be. Yes, he can still get 1v1 kills and do things, but he has to be a bit more careful. His damage isn't as much as it used to be, and his sustainability in these early phases isn't as much as it used to be now. Oh! Blacklist bringing in some nice early game aggression. Damien, what's up?
There on the gold lane. Yes, that forces out Kekedu to aid Nets because they need a good time. If you're a Brody, you need to have a good scaling advantage. If you're up
Honestly, I don't think any team can dethrone Echo right now, at least in PH.
Not sure he's going to be able to get out of that one. In enemy territory,
Stream
gets
lag?
punished for it. Falls in the jungle. So now, kill
Doesn't look like I've had any lag.
Onyx Philippines still could be looking for more here. But it looks like Blacklist International also knows what's up. They're still going to be putting the pressure, but nothing for now.
And so much pressure on Blacklist International to put up the
Yeah,
top
I don't.
lane.
I
Kekedu will
honestly
be staying out there as
think
well.
that Echo could
It'll be a
go on
1v1
to win MSC this
Yoda
year.
as well as
Like,
Edward
I
onto the
think
bottom lane.
Echo,
So he's really
depending
just
on how the
waiting
meta
for
continues,
next neutral objective.
I think
The
Echo
game
could
was
end up having
equalized
one of the
because
best
kills that Onyx
runs
Philippines were able to
in
get.
MLBB
So let's
history.
see. Might not be
I think
the-
they can take M4.
Wow, Nets able to
They can
survive
take
a
MSC.
sliver of
They
health.
can take
Now the second
MPLPH.
turtle gonna be
I
up
think they
here,
could win
so
3 or 4
Super
different
Bowl
championships in a
start
row
this lineup.
throughout this year.
Prince also
From
with the
MPL,
feathered
from
airstrike
M4 to
there. You can
MPL
see
season
as
11
well,
to
Leona
MSC,
making his way.
maybe even
Gonna
take
have to
season
rely on
12.
that Black Dragon
I think
farm
it's
as
very
well. It's
possible.
gonna be a full-on
I think
team
they
fight
could
for
end
this
up being
one.
the team that takes 2 world
Dance
championships in
ensues.
a
Both
row.
Teams trying to get the vision they need here. Here's Rio to the Black Dragon form. Gonna push them back the best he can. Feathered airstrike coming out. Super Fritz is secured
Kekedu
by
trying, misses
Sensui.
the I'm
They
offended.
give
That's
it
a big whiff
call
by
back
Kekedu.
here. They're happy with the objective.
Luckily, they do take the
That's
turtle, though.
instincts.
Beautiful control from Onyx Philippines. They snagged the aggro of the Lord, of the turtle, I mean. They took it away from Blacklist International, and the moment that they saw or felt that there will be Numinum Blast, they backed down.
But yeah, I really believe
Altogether
that,
in
that
good
Echo
unison.
could make
And at the
history this
same
year.
time, Sensui still managed to find the right angle so that the turtle will not be
I think we could see a
reset.
lot of gold
And he
medals
gets
hanging
it
from their
away
neck
Rice.
by
Great
the end
place
of this
coming
year.
from Onyx.
A lot of gold
The
medals.
folks
That
on
top
the top
lane.
side.
There's 4 members here.
4 on 4. There's the appraiser.
Oh, Venus is going to get pulled under. Tower does go down, though.
Super Red unleashing here. All members are quite low. Able to find Super Fritz. Finds another.
Kekedu.
Nets falls, making a third. Kekedu
Venus.
still alive. Never mind. Oh my, Venus comes
Clean.
in. It's 3 down
Clean.
for Onyx Philippines.
Very, very clean.
Massive swing for Blacklist International as they took the turret and then it takes 3 members of Onyx Philippines. Yue was on point even with the follow-up stun. And now, you know what time it is for Blacklist International. It's not Onyx Page's time, it's the Ube time. We're going to see it once again. Look at how Yue connects with all of those stuns.
The Bulwark
First,
shield
Super
was
Red
so
is
clutch
connecting
there,
with the
too.
bundles. Yue with the stun onto Nets. Beautifully done. That's to control the enemy Brody. And this means Blacklist International will be back.
Gerald Gumtang. Hey, Trex, I have a question. Do you think any players are very impatient? They don't want to take small steps to improve their teams. They're just switching roster every time instead of improving their play. Yeah, I think a lot of them are young. I think there's no organizations. I think there's not a whole lot keeping them together. So there's a few small reasons.
Down 1 hit away. Gonna charge up. Has the shield.
Oh,
They get
Venus
the
does go
figure out.
down.
Ryota
Nice pick from
able to
Ryota.
get
That's his
Oh My
job, and he's
Venus.
doing it well.
Now the focus here
Wise
on Wise.
gonna
He's
go down
fall
next.
as well.
Onyx-
Onyx Philippines
that's
with
exact-
a
so, like-
massive play getting 2.
In the very beginning, when I
This is
talked about the
guilty.
draft of
Timing
Onyx,
to the
that's what they
turtle,
should be
timing
trying to do every
great.
time, right?
Moves
Splitting
coming out from
Blacklist
Onyx
up.
Philippines, and once again, the timing coming out from
And as
Ryota.
long as Ryota doesn't go down when he does that,
was
it
a
can
little
guarantee
slower
wins in
this
these
game
small
compared to Joy
skirmishes.
because he's played a Yuzhong compared to Joy, but his timings were on point, and that meant that he was able to cancel Oh My Venus' ultimate.
Well, Edward getting poked down here, but most likely just going to have to give up this turtle over the hands of Onyx Philippines. They're slowly gaining some control back into the game,
Yeah.
but still gold lead in favor of Blacklist International.
You're seeing hope here on the lineup of
They need some towers.
Wise and Super Red.
They
Because
need to
in
open
team-
up the
in
map
team
more,
fight
because right now,
perspective,
the map
there's
is
a
still
lot of
red.
things at stake if they go straight and how Blacklist defense is going to be. Because now we were talking about items. Is this enough already to give an exchange or even trades in the first 8 minutes, Wolf?
Yeah, for sure. let's just compare the matchups, right? You can see that overall from
Gold
Black
laners,
International, they do have the better
Super
gold.
Red, definitely
Big
ahead.
difference though when it comes to gold laners, almost 1,000.
Brody had to go for what's called first, Blade of Hepaties.
Wow, that was a very
Now
very
he's
fast.
not working on Blade of
Aggressive.
Spare. He's just
Oh,
working
but
straight on
Darko
penetration.
Clearly.
So
Okay.
Nets is already a little bit.
Early.
He's not out,
They're
he's
still
not
gonna
packing
go
a
ahead
huge
and
punch.
Press the situation here. I mean, there's no
And honestly, that
Lord
build's kind of
for
normal, but
minute
still.
plus here. They also use the conceal, plus that ultimate, the Newman on blast.
To not
from
even
Oh
have
My
second
Venus. So
item right
now,
now?
Philippines knows this information and might play around this if they can, but they don't have the space advantage, and that's what's crucial here as Blacklist International has those 3 turrets down, possibly another one soon.
Yeah, will they risk it though? Because Blacklist has continuous good pressure and lockdown right now. If Onyx Philippines decide to have a good chance, though, did Sensui? Oh, why still manage to secure that purple?
Kakadu, get him!
My Venus going to charge up once again. Still going to be able to get out of there just fine.
Kakadu needs a big I'm
Also,
offended,
notice
bro.
Nets not part of this whole
He
fight
wants
just
it. He's
yet,
not
so
using it
they're
yet, though.
lacking some
He was
damage
patient with
here.
that.
And
He
right
was
now,
very patient with
slowly
that.
but surely, Blacklist International just taking parts of the map here from Onyx.
Yeah, they have good mobility, and there's still
He
no
knows he
defenses
needs,
or has been taken down on the side of the code right
He
now.
needs
So
a
this
good
forces
one if
out
he's going to
Onyx
use it.
Philippines to
He's
have
got to get someone
enough
important.
damage items, because if Nets has so much delay, how is
Oh,
this gonna go
God.
against this matchup?
Okay, they get the heavy spin out of Sensui. That is perfect timing, as now this Lord is up. So Sensui without an ultimate here. Just got to be careful how he approaches it if he wants to actually contest this one. Kakadut providing the vision. Edward there as well. Blacklist International in clear.
Question, is the
Green
meta
signal
more
to take
balanced
this
now
one
than it
for
was
this
in
Lord.
M4?
Onyx not going to risk it. Wise
I would say it
secures
kind of
first Lord
is.
the game.
I say time for Onyx
I don't think
Philippines.
there's
You
a
want more
single
time and
hero
damage
that's
here.
like
You want to take it more further.
ban or
heading into
like
late
I
game
don't
because
think
they
there's
have
really
no
a single
pushes
hero
yet,
right now
and
that's
the
like
control
you have to
of
ban
and
it.
coverage of Black International right now is just so high. There's a lot of things that they can answer.
I
think that's fair to say.
For Onyx Philippines too. You saw Sensui getting picked off, and of course they already committed the stolen Numinum Blast from Super Prince just 11 seconds before the Lord timing.
Carrie
Just right
was
before Sensui
was
taking
the
off,
major
so a
threat
lot of,
before.
misfortunes here.
Carrie isn't
Okay,
really
heavy
anymore.
spin's gonna come out. There's Kakadu with the I'm
She's really
offended
good,
pull. Not
but
enough damage just yet. Super Red unleashing. Look at the
she
damage.
does lose
It's
games.
Too much. Sensui's gonna fall. Super Red as well. They find Ryota. A trade though. Onyx losing 2. Kakadu running for the hills.
Trade of 2 to 1. Suddenly that didn't turn out good for Onyx Philippines. It's the damage right now connecting up against Sensui and Ryota, Wolf.
Oh man. See, Onyx Philippines just, they connected their shots. The timing was just off. You saw how KK was able to find 2. Had it been that he was able to jump with Ryota, it could be a total disaster for Blacklist International, but it wasn't. In fact, Blacklist International themselves
More assassin and marksman
claimed 2
jungle.
bounties. Even after losing Super Red, it wouldn't matter as much because now it will take all of the outer turrets for Onyx Philippines.
Yeah, how to get the good setup, because Oh My Venus has a lot of space. She doesn't have a flicker yet. It's an open window for Onyx to take because Super Friends has been eyeing the ultimate. He's been eyeing for the good setup. But the taunt is really working well for Wise. Look at the burst appeal.
They get the feather airstrike again. Heavy spin. Sensui able to survive, but now it's Blacklist International knocking on the doors of Onyx PH here. They hold on to the inhibitors for now, but still, they can't match the full-on team fight potential from Blacklist International.
Yeah, how do they separate this? How do they isolate the most important important member of Blacklist International? Because in team fighting capability, they need to have good space for nets. They need to have a good setup from Kakadu. So how do you even penetrate the backline now with the momentum of Super Red right on top of the player's gold?
That'd be very difficult for Onyx Philippines. We did say that you have to find a way to pierce through the backlines and find the Melissa. So far, they have only found it once. They need to find more. And I think that there should be a shift for Super Fins. Maybe he's going to consider taking
They
the
need to
Farsa
find
ultimate
more.
and not the Lolita ultimate. As it stands, though, he does have the Aluminum Blast.
Edward, he jumped into the bush there.
There's a
3.
two
There's
call.
the feathered airstrike. Sensui with a heavy spin, trying to cut off Edward. Can't land it though. And now in trouble, Ryota.
Okay, Ryota goes down, and this is where Ryota's gonna start having trouble. Ryota's already been having trouble, but before it was like a 2K, 1.5K gold lead, but it was still a bit earlier in the game. But now the Blacklist has this 3K gold lead, and we're at the 12-minute mark. He goes in there, he's getting locked up, he's going down. And Blacklist is
But they're
holding
really
it very
focusing on the wave
tight.
clears here,
They're,
right?
you can
Up
tell
top.
in their
Also in
formation,
mid.
they're
They're
not
gonna
really
give this
splitting
one
up
up
much.
again.
They're bringing in
Onyx Philippines
classical
knows
Oob.
that they're quite behind, right? They've got to defend. And
Ryota
hold
needs
on
to play,
this,
I think,
allowing
a bit more
especially in this
ambushy.
case, Nets to get the items that he needs.
Kind of
He's
like what
actually
happened in.
doing all right though. It's just super.
You guys remember what Evos did to Blacklist?
And now on the bottom side, they're going to be putting some pressure here, and they get out. They had to. It looked like they had to use that flicker as well.
And
Is the
what was it
is the
called? That
defense
happened in
right now
Bali.
enough for Onyx
What was the
Philippines
World
to
Tournament in
hold
Bali?
If the burst from Yue and Super Red comes in at the right timing, Wolf?
We'll see. I think they do, but they have to find the right timing, as you've said.
Well, the right time.
ISF.
Now they lose the inhibitor turret in the mid lane. Kakadu not able to connect with it. I'm offended.
You gotta hit.
Still
Ryota's gotta
working on
hit
this
that
lore
mean
here. It's gonna be
petrify
whittled down
knockup, bro.
Slowly but surely by Blacklist International.
He's gotta be waiting in the
Got
bush.
the wave on the top side to handle now too. They finally get rid of the Lord. Blacklist International now waiting for these minions here. They're gonna be knocking on the door top side. Let's see if Onyx Philippines can defend this. Feathered airstrike comes down. There's the charge.
Nice stop on the Numenon Blast.
Sensui, though, with the heavy spin, they're all caught in a bad situation. Ryota on the backside. Still
Ryota
looking
just
for
getting melted
Edward,
down, though,
but
every time
they
he comes
don't
in.
have enough damage.
You're still holding on.
Ooh, could have been really massive for Blacklist International.
I haven't seen Super Friends
But
really
again, you
take
saw
any
how
big
Sensui
ults.
was able to cancel it.
No feathered
Unfortunately,
airstrikes
his
from
own
Super
ultimate,
Friends. What's
Heavy
going on?
Spin was also just cut short, and there wasn't any fallout from Onyx Philippines. Now Onyx, the Hedgehogs, will have to deal with the minions once again.
How do you penetrate the backlines now if you're Onyx Philippines? Look at that.
Oh.
There's the charge.
Super
Gets
Friends,
the
give us the
pull,
Numenon
gonna grab
Blast,
the
bro.
kill. Charge ups there. Oh my Venus finally falls here. And now
There we
Super Friends
go.
on the backside looking
There
for
we
Super
go.
Red. Gets the stun off.
Oh.
They have the damage. They
You got a little
can't
too
get
deep,
past the
Super
ultimate.
Friends.
Super Friends
No
falls down,
damage.
still looking for
Nets, come
Edward.
on.
Wise and Super Red there as well, but they have to deal with the minions in the base. And Onyx Philippines still struggling to hold on in this game.
Oh, great control coming up from Blacklist International. Super Red just coming up clutch, pushing away. Super Fritz with the ultimate.
I'm tired
And although
early.
we are
I worked
seeing,
a double
good
today,
pickups
guys.
coming up from Onyx, they still lost their turrets.
I went in at 7:45 a.m.
International loses two.
Had a
Positions
1 hour
4
break
and
from
5.
3 to 4
They don't really care.
And I got home
They
at
still have
8.
A lot of damage over
at around about 8:30. No, I
They have a
got
lot of
home at like
answers,
9.
All right, the control, the push.
8:30.
And
I
now
got home at
Onyx Philippines worrying
8:30.
about how will they gain
8:40.
control of the lanes because it's still up. The defense is still up for Blacklist, and now they're being trapped. Look at the macro movements here of Blacklist. Edward and Weiss for the charge.
Oh, looking for a play on Nets. Nets could be in trouble here. Can he survive the onslaught here?
Oh,
He can.
Nets goes
Wise
down.
will get the
No
kill.
answer.
Ryota
Can't even take
there
down
trying to
Wise.
cause a distraction,
Immortality
but
pops.
they
Kakadu
lack
goes
the
down.
damage.
Next is gonna be
nowhere
next
on
is gonna
the
be
map here.
Ryota.
He's dead. And
Big
member
stun.
after member
Big
of Onyx
stun.
Philippines gonna be chased down by
Look at the
Blacklist
angle that my V's
International
keeping
as
too.
they
He's in
find
front of
the
him. He's like,
third.
no, you're not getting away.
And that
I'm gonna
looks
stun you
like
again
it's
here in
gonna
a
be
second
it
if you try.
as Blacklist International takes us to a game 3 here. They've got another wave of minions. Feathered airstrike comes down. Base being worked on here. And there you have it. We're going to game
GG's.
3.
You hear the agents cheer and scream. That's how the code band us back for game number 3. Completely answering the problems.
The difference between an OT shift and a double shift?
Franco.
Yeah.
Double shift doesn't have anything to do with overtime. Double shift just so in restaurants there's 2 shifts
okay.
normally.
Oh, that's a switch.
If
Like
your
you're talking
restaurant
about.
serves
I
lunch
think it's best, honestly,
or breakfast or
for
whatever,
Onyx
or
Philippines,
lunch
you
and
go
dinner,
ahead and give
then
something
you have
up
2
here,
shifts.
and then you secure
So
yourself
for
with
example, during the
and
week,
you can
our
kind
restaurant
of
opens at
build
10
around that, right? So
11
I
a.m.
assume we're gonna
and
see
closes
very
at
similar
10
advances,
p.m.
at least from Onyx Philippines.
So you get there at 11 a.m., you work till 4, and then the 4 o'clock is the dinner shift. So if you're a double, on weekends we open at 8 a.m., so if you're a double, you come in around that time, maybe 8 or 9 or 10.
Yep.
You get cut around 3 o'clock, and you come back anywhere from 4 to 5, depending. You don't have to have overtime. That has nothing to do with overtime. Now, if you work a lot of doubles, you probably are going to get overtime.
Work wonders
I
with
don't.
number one,
Overtime
so
means
if
nothing
that
to me
would do that,
because
would make
I don't
things
cook.
work
I'm a
out.
server, man.
Something from Onyx Philippines, so yeah,
I've
right,
managed. I have
Edward.
cooked in the past, but right now I'm a lead server, so I do. I'm front of house server / manager.
It's a valid way to go.
Deku, what's
We're
good, bro?
following the narrative here, maybe Melissa. So
Yeah.
not be surprised if it's Melissa and Fredrin as the first
Melissa
2 picks.
Fredrin, yeah.
What's that
It's
face
either
for,
like,
bro?
Do you take the Melissa Fredrin? Do you take the Farsa Fredrin? maybe you're comfortable not playing against or not getting the Fredrin, so you take a Melissa and Farsa.
Yeah, Melissa Farsa.
Melissa Farsa,
Yeah,
so
I
you
do
cover
like
your
would be a
damage
good
bases.
option, yeah.
I work at a restaurant called
Yeah, in
Cassis.
most of the games that Onyx
It's a
really
It's a
prioritize
casual
different things.
fine
It's
dining
either the
French
mid lane
American
or,
brasserie.
even the jungler or even the marks, depending on the situation. So that could be an answer, but yeah, Valentina and Melissa.
Yeah, it's the same. Just give the access to the Farsa to the opposing team. Just steal it away
Yeah.
with the ultimate. So you now go back to Fredrin if you're back at International.
Let him
You
cook,
still
bro.
have the Lolita.
No, bro.
You're not
Cooks are
hard pressed on
underpaid.
taking a Nuke Mage here because
Cooks are the most
still
underpaid
plenty of
people in
choices.
the restaurant,
There's
bro.
like Lilia still, even if they will be
They
banned
work.
out, so
They probably
think
work
that
in the
it
worst
gives merit
conditions,
for
and
Blacklist
they're the
International
most
to pick up
underpaid.
both of the Lolita
The
as
only
well as
plus
the
about being a
Fredrin
cook is you don't have to
for
deal with
the
customers.
second and third pick of the team.
Also glue. Open
Never
for
got to
Blacklist,
deal with
right, for
upset,
EA.
angry,
Well,
asshole, whatever
love the
customers.
Yeah, but yeah,
You
sometimes
never
I
got to
don't
get
see
mad
Blacklist
because
flex
some
in
dude
this hero,
stiffs you
right?
on a couple $100
So
bill
maybe it's
and doesn't
spread it
tip
on the
you.
XP lane instead. So
You just
Brody
cook,
or
bro.
Marksman and the Farmers. Okay. Still the same picks for Blacklist.
Okay.
Brody Fairness.
Okay, Faramis is all kind of as a way to get
Won't
to
deal
the
with
Melissa
Karens.
because of the shroud.
It's true.
And
I
also
deal
have
with a
your-
lot of
your
Karens.
stacks, but you give up
I
bigger
smile
to
as
the
they
Valentina. I do like the Brody because it's the
yellow
we saw in the
TZ.
previous game against
Sir Trex, how to
matchup.
apply?
There will
Apply
be
for
a
what?
+1 for Melissa. Of
At
course,
the
they will
restaurant
win.
I
If
work
there's a
at?
+1 for the Brody. The Brody can win.
Inferno Reaper.
It's
Yes, you're late,
also-
bro.
I think overall
Again.
this is a great answer from Blacklist International. And what could be the other pick here?
So they might do what happened in game number 1. They just exchanged heroes. We have
Onyx
Nets
taking
and
second
Sumet
pick this time.
exchanging one, but they took the Lolita for themselves for Onyx Philippines. I say it's a good answer as well.
I think that was
I
a
like it.
smart decision.
Yeah, I like it. Especially, most likely going in the hands of Kekadute, of course.
No
And
Fredrin
seeing
pick
play
up
so
this
much
game.
Ruby from game to game, series to series.
It's actually
And
interesting.
now he gets his hands on the Lolita, which I think the pressure, the presence of having the Nuno on blast is already a big factor for Lolita's success. And of course you can help block, the front especially.
Alice.
Okay.
Alice. They don't want the
I heard
they
you,
don't want
Wolf.
the Alice jungle.
We saw
What was
that.
that?
We saw that last week against Omega. That's
How
right.
much per year do I have to be
So
paid
you
as a
don't-
caster for
you
me to
don't wanna
quit?
Suffer the same consequences. So great that's a play coming out. Maybe now you consider, do you ban out Fredrin if you're
Let's
back
put it
in
this way.
International?
For me to quit my
Not
day
in the way
job,
to Onyx Philippines. And XP lane options that can match up against the Joy. I think Glue does not counter the Joy, but it is.
I would have
a bit
to.
Yeah. So they're stopping the penetration from the backlines.
To me, to quit my day job,
a lot of buffs and inspirations right on.
I would need to be able to
crowd here.
make
But going back,
at
going
least
back on Onyx Philippines choices.
at least $2
what's up
grand a
for you-
month.
What's up here?
and that would be a
for the
huge
team for the
loss.
Yellow Hedge? What could they take since there's
That would be
no
a big
jungler
cut
yet
in
for,
pay
for Wise? Will
from
they,
what I
will they
make right
keep
now.
Going that route?
I think you ban Barrett's or Martis, then take the Fredrin.
Put it that way.
Oh yeah, and
So that there will be no
the
counter at
utility,
all.
right?
But
for
here's the
Wise,
thing, right?
Yep.
Even if I took a big cut in pay,
They're letting the
if I
Fredrin
could,
loose.
even if I made less than that,
Okay,
honestly,
I
just
think
off
you have an answer.
casting,
Oh,
I would be
okay.
able to go
That's a
full
familiar
time
basis.
into streaming,
that-
into content creation,
Okay.
and I
Sounds
believe,
nice.
like, if I saved up enough months,
5-something.
money to pay my bills for like 6
So,
months,
thank you so much.
I could go full time. and within 6 months, through streaming, through content creation, through all other side hustles, I would probably be able. I know I could make enough money that would
I
eventually
think
match what I make
Blues
now
is,
at my job.
Good ban
It's
because of the
just
fact that
the problem
it's
is
not- again, it
is
doesn't
I would
counter
need
the Joy.
that nest of like 6 months to build up.
A hero that can play against.
I
it.
need
Maybe
enough
get it
time to grind hard enough to where I'm
Oh,
making enough money
fair
off
enough.
of streaming,
It's
YouTube,
something
casting, and everything
to
else.
to catch the joy, right?
Yeah.
The glue.
I think you'd go Benedetta if you're, or Brody, or Lapu Lapu, so that they can go to the Brody.
I was
I
gonna say,
think Lapu is great.
yeah, Lapu. I would rather see the Lapu because when it was
There you go.
flip flopped, right?
Who do you think 2PH teams will come out in MSC? Definitely.
No
definitely
fun.
Echo.
That's how it looked, right, from here. I mean,
Blacklist
it didn't look like it was
Bren.
any fun. So at least this time,
Maybe
with
Onyx.
Lapu locked in here, you should have, I would say, somewhat of a better time against the Joy, and then still, you also help provide once again, a little bit of a tanky layer to protect that.
I don't know, a lot of
Yeah.
possibilities.
And not to mention the
RSG.
CC and burst if you're Lapu Lapu. So, talking about like early game not dependent on
I think
items,
Onyx could
right?
be like
And
a
if
real.
you're Lapu Lapu up
They're not
against,
sitting too high right now. They're
well,
sitting
Edward,
in 5th.
it's a good
But
answer,
like, I think they could
Frederick
end up
not
being a
letting
dark
it loose.
horse in the
Why is he for
playoffs.
himself?
They might pull something out.
Frederick Varsa. So,
That's so weird seeing Frederick pick
you're-
that late.
yeah.
Yeah, in the second phase.
Yeah.
For Onyx, you look for the Frederick encounters. I'm only looking at.
Are you going to the Philippines for M5? I'll definitely be in the Philippines for M5.
Or the Martis. But we know for sure that Onyx Philippines like. to
Who
play
knows
the
if I'll be
M5
casting or
with
not,
RCT.
but I'll
So
probably,
that
I
would
don't
be a
know, we'll
third
see.
option.
I want to
If I
travel.
were
I want to be
to
in the Philippines
choose,
for
I think it
M5.
will be
Just going to put it in the
beneficial
air now. I'll be there.
To get
Just
the
gonna
Pirates. Yeah, the
Put the
Martis.
vibe out.
Gorgeous.
Yep.
Called it. Wolf called it again.
Yep.
Okay.
It's just how it is.
I think this is how will they answer lineup of Blackness International right now. So you have the burst, you have the AoE. So what could go wrong, right? Since they have all coverage on team fighting capability now.
Honestly, what could go wrong here? Onyx Philippines, Super Friends having a hard time which ultimate to take. You take the Feathered Airstrike, you take the Colt Alter. You know, we've even seen situations where Valentinas do take even that Joy ultimate, right?
Yeah.
And then they try to play around with that because you know they're going to be able to actually provide
Yellow
the right
Teasy,
damage
thank
the
you,
way
thank
that,
you.
You know, that
Thank
whole
you.
interaction works here. So if
We try,
anything's gonna
bro,
go
we
wrong
try.
for Corsex, I think it's
We've been
Super Friends
grinding
having
hard,
a lot of
man.
responsibility on what ultimate do I take.
I can't wait to
for
cast this
the
NACT,
advantage.
honestly. Like, I'm so
sometimes
ready.
the
Next week,
dilemma, right,
we start
when
casting again.
The way that you play around against
Bro,
the
I'm
Valentina.
itching for it, guys.
Either
I'm
you can
itching
know
for
good
it.
ultimates to pick up,
Yeah.
or a
There's too
lot of
many.
good ultimates. That's right.
I'll eat Balut
It's
when I
with the
come,
team
don't
fights.
worry.
Well, I say they might get the ultimate of the Farsa. Beneficial
shit.
for how the AoE team fights will happen. They need that burst, right? Because that was one thing that was lacking on how Onyx Philippines game number 2 went, right? So maybe that could answer a lot of options. They have the Lolita on this side. They have good knockups and CCs, and not to mention they also have the Lapu Lapu as well.
Yeah, this time they have Onyx Philippines specifically has a lot of layered CC they can use, you know, to win those.
Chill, Will. You
those
still on
objectives,
here,
scoring
bro?
those team fights and convert around that. But like I said, one of the biggest things that they have to watch out for is actually Blacklist International playing that game where they bait out your ultimates, they bait out your resources, and they try to get that advantage before they even get to the fight. So Onyx Philippines has to be cautious of that and wary of that to not basically play in the hand of their plans from Blacklist International.
It still is a very blacklist draft, most particularly because of the Faramis ultimate that we have available for Oh My Venus. If I'm not mistaken, it will indeed be like a Faramis on the support role. So it is indeed going to be Oh My Venus with pull
Oh,
yourself
shit.
together on the Faramis. This is answer the Melissa because right, even for his own good.
Or just game go, be used and then you strike.
Yeah.
If you're a Blacklist International, let's see how this game goes. Will it be Blacklist? Will it be Onyx Philippines? I'm excited. It's game number 3.
Yeah, I'm just glad, you know, we made it to a game 3 here to kick off week 3, especially with these two teams who are, quite honestly, they're battling it out, you know, in pretty much the middle of the standings, really trying to set themselves up, the momentum.
Honestly, I know I told you this, John
everything
Dela
else.
Cruz,
So you can already
but
see
I don't know if
that
I'm going to watch the
it's
Echo
high
game
here.
tonight.
Mid lane, a lot of poke back and forth. It's no one, though, going to be able to get that first blood.
I'm a lot
Kekis,
more
though,
tired than I
quite
thought
low.
I was going to be.
Still trying to get anything out here. Super Prince.
I'm a lot more tired than I thought I would
quite
be.
a bit, holding on to the flickers.
This is an early game combo, right? Farsa and a Faramis. Early game. How to hold the lane, how to clear minions, they answer it correctly. And that
Listen,
forces
I
the
wasn't
Onyx
even going to
Philippines
stream
to not
tonight. I
even
told
engage
y'all you
with
wouldn't see me
folks.
till
The
Sunday.
Blacklist International is
Count
setting
this
up.
as a blessing.
Gonna be a lot of pokes, especially with the composition that we have from both teams. You see this Faramis plus Farsa, great at poking, great at out-sustaining your opponents. Also very true with the Valentina. So that's one thing you can expect.
I am on
Wonder how they
Sunday.
are going to utilize the Super Friends in this game, though.
No, not tomorrow,
It's
on
always-
Sunday.
That's the dilemma that we talk
Tomorrow
about
I
here
work
also.
another double shift.
Additionally, will you also
And I close. Tomorrow,
pump up
I
some
think I'll hit like
Super Friends
13,
so that
14
you will have
hours tomorrow.
enough damage
I
from
open
the mid game.
Yeah, since the mid lane right now is the focus of
Hopefully I get
Blackness to
at least like a
easily
2-hour
pressure on,
break,
right?
hopefully.
We have Yue and Edward, so that makes
But we
sense.
also
If
have a
you
bunch of
delay,
Formula 1 races
the
going
EXP
on
of a
in
Valentina,
downtown
well, you can
where I
slow down
live
the
right
damage
now.
burst potential
So it's
early
like
game.
crazy.
Yep. And
Edward.
that's what you want to do here. Edward,
I'm trying to
though,
get that
half
check, bro.
health,
I work
gonna be
hard,
poked
bro.
down quite a bit. Doesn't have that level 4 yet. So he's got to be careful.
I work
here.
like
Sensubi on the
40,
hunt,
40
looking
plus
for Edward
hours some
still.
weeks.
Can he bob? Can he weave? Vengeance comes out.
Stream.
The flicker comes in. Super Prince with a
I
big
have a daughter.
pick-off early on.
I
That's
cast.
going to be crucial as you
I don't
just
stop,
talked
bro.
about, Wolf. Early kill,
I don't
Super
stop.
Prince, Mystery Shop going to be crucial. Another flicker comes in. Wise is stunned. Kekadut with the kill. Onyx still on the hunt.
Will I
here.
continue streaming if John sends me member?
Trying to just give some
Bro, I would need
on
like
this turtle. Might be better if they give it up. Edward now back here. Still, Onyx is going to be pulling it. There's the feather
20
airstrike.
membership
Gonna be secured
donations,
by Sensui
and
with
all,
retribution.
and we could continue
So he
watching
says, "Thank you
Echoverse
for
the
that
next
bonus
Echoverse
damage you
TNC
get."
or whatever.
Great decision from Onyx Philippines to actually turn onto heroes.
'Cause
instead
I'm
of
tired, bro.
focusing onto the
I gotta
turtle
wake up
lane.
at 7:45
So there's always
a.m.
that I call it the 3 T's when you're
It's
doing the
11:08
turtle
p.m.
dance, right?
already.
that?
What's that?
It's take.
And
turn,
I stay up in my bed for at
or trade.
least an hour and
So
read
take is
manga.
like when you take the turtle.
That's the only way I
Focus
can go
on
to sleep.
putting the neutral objective down, like
Yeah.
focusing your damage on that. Turn is if you turn onto heroes.
The Daddy
instead.
Trex is giving
And
me
trade is just
inspiration.
give the
I hope I do,
turtle,
guys.
Skip it. Just take another objective part of the map. So Onyx Philippines decided
Anything's
to turn
possible,
in that
guys.
case.
If you guys
That
knew
was
my
a great best
backstory,
decision
bro,
because now they take 2 heroes before they took the turtle.
I
you
love
knew
the
where I
T's
came
right
from?
now.
3 T's
The 3 T's.
of the neutral objectives.
The objectives.
Yeah.
I'm
The
surprised I'm
elements
here right
on
now.
How to get the perfect objective.
When I was in
Thank you so
when
much
I
for
was
the
in
full-
M4,
That's free,
bro,
by the way. That's free.
That's free.
That's free strategies.
A master
Bro.
class.
Wolf usually charges for
Kaiser.
that.
never in my life.
A beautiful way to win
A
your
guy like
game.
me doesn't deserve the blessings
I'm
I've
pretty
had.
sure if you go into your games, guys, 3 T's.
Yeah.
They're
3
not gonna-
T's.
They're not going to know. But right now, bottom side, looking for a play. Onyx Philippines, though, actually going to get poked down quite a bit. Edward
Oh.
making his way too. Nice Numenor blast.
Kakadu trying.
Going to be in trouble here. Edward on the
Edward
hunt.
coming in.
There's the ultimates. Can they escape
They
this?
do get
It
out. They
looks
do get
like
out.
They do. Onyx Philippines able to get out of a bad situation.
Trex backstory stream.
Good shield, though,
I don't know,
on
bro.
how Nets
I don't know if I can make all that
use
public.
Lambda ultimate to defend the fallback of Onyx Philippines. And the pokes continue.
They might not invite me
Continuing,
back to
Super Prince gonna be just fine, but
MP5,
now
bro.
UA with that fettered airstrike in return. And still, no one going down here on both
You
teams.
could find some really old streams
Still
of me
Farzak's
talking
the
about
best
stuff like
option
that, but
for the ultimate that Super Fins can use early game. That's how you make AoE and how you secure, well, border if you're Onyx.
Let's
you have
put it
Onyx
this way, I've
Philippines
been some
lineup.
places,
You want to have
alright?
that space for Kekadu to have
I've
a
been
good
some
angle
places.
to land those ultimates, knowing that there's joy on their side. There's a lot of things to really catch to level up the team fighting here.
Well, right now, they're going to be battling for the second.
No,
turtle
Eminem-
of the game.
Eminem had a hard
Lord
life,
Elf
but he
here to
stayed
come down to
driven.
the retribution
I was
battle.
not driven.
Sensui, that
I thought I
secures
was
it.
driven,
Now Kekadu, though, has
but I
to
made a
play
lot of
around.
mistakes until I was about
Philippines playing the
22,
discipline
23.
game, gets
Till I was
the
about
objective,
22, I made a
gets
lot
out
of
here.
mistakes in my life.
It was a gamble from Onyx Philippines and Blacklist as both
I'll
wise.
tell you this, I got in a lot of trouble when I was young.
and
A lot of
decent
trouble.
control
That's
out
what I
there.
can tell you.
But
I
yeah,
got in a
I
lot
think
of trouble when
that's
I was
the
a
key,
kid.
Right? For Onyx Philippines, discipline. Whether or not they take the turtle,
Both my
they did
parents
not give
passed away
any
by the
free
time I
kills
was
to Blacklist
19.
International, even
can
committing
tell you
the
that
figure
much,
until
guys.
they take a dude. It didn't matter if they get the kill or not. As long as they get out there alive, it's gonna be great. They're gonna be maintaining.
That's why I
their
have
lead, and
the
that's 1,000.
I've never forget
500
tattooed on my
gold
wrist
on
for when
their
my mom
side,
passed away when
and
I was
Also, a
19.
lot of experience for both Sensui and
Uh,
Nets across the map.
That's how Onyx Philippines catches
Yeah,
up
bro.
on the 3 Ts, right? That's a
Yep.
trade that you don't
Grew up
want
in a very
to,
low-class
give
family.
against Blacklist International, but all they want to do here is really take this give pressure rather onto the mid lane.
Sensui
Oh,
trying
big
to back
pick.
off here a little bit.
Nice
Wise has
pull.
the taunts that he needs. They
They
punish
find
him.
Sensui.
Sensui gonna fall along with Kekadu. It's a double for Edward.
Yeah, look at the positioning of Blacklist and how they are able to trap Sensui.
The thing is, I don't really talk about that stuff because I don't want that to be like I don't like talking about it because it feels like I'm like using it for clickbait, you know? Like I don't talk about that stuff because like it doesn't really matter, bro.
Great movements coming up from Blacklist.
Like that stuff
And
doesn't
now
really matter.
They have diminished the lead out to 400 in just one fell swoop.
Also, good setup on how they would want to counter the engage of how Onyx could contest this second turtle. But looking at the items here, Joy has the Divine Blade. You have the Scorch Power now. And also Tower Down up top.
They're grabbing the objectives that they need, right? Playing around it. And they can,
Like one-on-one with people, I would talk to people, but like I don't.
Might be even across the board in terms of gold.
Like I don't really believe in
slowly,
like
Black Lives
inspirational
Matter, still trying to find
speakers
space
and
to do
stuff
it, right?
because
That's
like
something they
most
will
of those
play
dudes are
around
getting
with.
paid for that
Onyx
shit,
Philippines,
and I don't
if
think
they
that's
can
right.
secure
Like
this next
I
turtle,
would
at
never
least they
try
got
to like
3 clean
profit
sweep
off
turtles,
of
and that
my
is up to
story.
Sensui
You
here.
know?
So as they fight for the position,
Profit off of
only
my
needs
hard
to
work,
win the
not
turtle
not
out
the
for now.
story behind
Now
it
the
or
battle
whatever. Like
ensues. Edward there
I
as
just
well.
feel like you know what I'm
Everybody pretty
saying.
much
Like
here.
it doesn't like I don't.
Right now, Super Red might want to wake his way.
I feel like that's
to
kind of
this
like
fight. There's the feathered airstrike coming out from Yue. Turtle still being worked on slowly, but Shuri Ryota gonna jump in. There's Kekadu too, taking quite a bit of damage. Sensui can't get close enough. Super Prince with a feathered airstrike there as well. Turtle gonna reset here. No one able to grab it just yet. At Edward quite low as well.
And 2 flickers used, ultimates burned down. No turtle to contest.
How very sweaty. Turtle number 3.
Very sweady.
from
Turtle
both
number
teams.
3.
Oh, this one though, it just looked like
Sensui on the backside though. It is gonna go to Wise. Edward harassing.
Edward pushing the backside.
That's
here.
very
Nets
low.
gonna get
Might find the
trouble. Look at
pick.
damage. Can he
Big
survive
bro.
it? Alive.
You with that
Barely
flicker
does.
feathered airstrike,
Nets able to survive.
but Nets
Yeah,
as
okay,
well.
so well played coming up from
Nets.
Netflix. They snagged the lead once again. 800 gold or almost 1,000 for them. As they have managed to put Onyx Philippines very low. Nobody was killed in that sequence, but Blacklist International gets the economic advantage of that, and it was because of Ryota just mastering the joy.
Bro, day two, week
That's
3
like
starts in
really
like
good.
45 minutes.
Still
I
a tough
can't,
night
bro. I
for
can't
Onyx
watch it. I
Philippines.
can't
They
do it,
want to
guys.
maintain
I
this
want to
discipline
watch it so
if
bad.
They want to go up against Blacklist into the later stages of the game.
Trex
Because these guys,
babysitting his daughter in real life than
I believe
babysitting me
they're
on
more
stream.
focused on
What a W.
ramping up the
I'm
damage
single-handedly
of
keeping
Nets
John
as
Dela
well
Cruz
as
out of the
Ryota,
streets,
right?
yo.
So how is this now?
That's why we're here. We're keeping John
Well,
Dela Cruz out of the
We do know
streets.
that Onyx Philippines are quite a little bit of a trouble.
Better to be a nerd who
right
watches
now,
live
because
streams
the later
than
the
be
game
out on the
goes, you
corner,
can see that
bro.
Blacklist International with both Faramis
Let's
and
be real.
Forza,
Stay in school, kids.
Onyx Philippines, they need really a lot of items onto nets. Eventually,
All right,
Sensui
let's
will
get back
not
into this
be
game. It's
more
1-1.
of a
Blacklist
tank.
up by about 1,000
Not a
gold.
damage dealer anymore. If he
Onyx
gets
is
the
not out
ultimate
just
connection
yet.
with the resets, making
Sensui
sure there's
0,
no
1, and
damage
2. Where Wise
have
is
it in
standing
the
also
back
0, 1,
end
and 2.
game.
So
So
both
he's gonna be really
junglers
dependent on
standing
nets.
close to a
And how he's
standstill.
gonna be
Coming out of the
able to
gold
position
lanes,
himself well
both gold lanes. I
to make
mean,
sure that he
almost
is the
everything
damage
is
of
neck
Onyx
and neck right
So the
now.
question is, can they
Edward
hold it,
is
though?
going to be a big deal, though, for his
Okay,
team.
they
He's
get the
up
flicker
in
out
the
from
top
Super
lane.
Prince.
Kakadu
There's the
taking a lot of
feathered airstrike
damage.
in return. Kekadu
You
has
also
to
starting to
play
do a
around
lot
as
of
well.
damage with that
Still
feathered
can
airstrike, and it
survive.
seems like Onyx does
Quite low
not
himself,
have
but
an
still,
answer
a
to it
lot
at
of
all right
resources
now.
out once
Ryota's
again.
supposed to be that answer,
15 seconds
but he
away from this
hasn't
first
really
game.
been able to find that dive
Well,
to
slowly
counterattack, right?
Next major
And
objective.
until Ryota
With
does
no push coming
find
from
that
Onyx
dive,
Philippines, I say Blacklist would want to
find
secure
that
this
bravest
one.
fighter to where
Still
he can
letting so
stop
much
you in his
problems
tracks
right
and
now
maybe
for
even get the
Yellow
pick
Headhunters,
off.
right?
Onyx
So
not going to
what
be able to
could be the
really
next
win out
move
in these
here
team fights.
You
So
wanna
it's a
go
lot
for
on
this.
Ryota's shoulders right
Well,
now.
apply pressure in lanes. First, you can see Lord Dance, but already a 4-1 movement coming up from Blacklist International.
Onyx
4 in the
Also,
Lord side and then
it
1
was the
up
same
top.
thing last
That's
game.
Edward.
Early
Making sure
phase,
that
mid phase of
Lapu-Lapu will
game,
have to answer
they
for
have a
2
lot of
lanes.
trouble
So that
taking
was a lot of
towers.
time. And
They have
then
a lot of
makes your way
trouble
onto
in their
the Lord
macro.
once again. Look at
in
the
their,
lane
like-
pressure from Blacklist International. They are making
And I don't
sure
know if it's
that
just
all of
because
these
of
are
Blacklist
shot.
has such good lane pressure in this phase of the
4-1
game.
strat from Blacklist
or what.
International.
Yeah, keeping their eyes on the possible split up top. So Onyx right now is looking forward to
Like,
looking
Ryota
forward to
can't even be
secure this
involved in
one.
these
The
fights.
space
Edward has so
on
much
the
mobility
hands
on this
of
Joy.
the ultimate of
It's
Kekda
just
that
giving
can-
Black
but there's no
such an
flicker,
advantage
though.
in macro right now.
Right now,
Edward
still
is already one of the
Lord
most
Dance out there.
proactive
Wise
EXP
quite
laners
healthy
out
still.
there, let
All
alone
right,
you put him on
Venus
something
looking
like
for
this
that
or
stampede. They
Benedetta
pull
where
him
he's
back.
just
Sensui
able to move
could be in
across the map.
trouble. Gets the Colt altar out. Now it's going to be Wise
Causes
on the
a problem
focus.
for the
Nets
other
trying to
team.
unleash. Doesn't
Ryota
quite
just
have the
showing up to
damage.
this fight, just
There's the
showing up.
Appraiser's
Kakadu gets pulled
wrath.
in.
Yue finds Sensui. And that's
Yeesh.
one down here. Blacklist International with a masterful fight. They get the advantage. Can Onyx actually contest this Lord? Do they just give it up?
If you guys haven't already, we really appreciate it if you hit that like button, maybe even the subscribe button, maybe even the subscribe button. Let me say that correctly. Be highly appreciated. We got about 50 of you guys watching, 25 likes, a couple people waiting on it.
As the 3 Ts is needed for the side of Onyx Philippines. What do you get for the objective? Would you do a cross map trade?
What is HVAC,
well,
Trex?
Now they're seeing more of the chances of
Heating, ventilation, and
being focused on the
AC.
objectives. If you're Sensui,
It's
if
heating,
you're
ventilation,
the
and
other members
AC.
of Onyx Philippines, laning is concerned. There's a lot of ways that they could actually bounce back, right?
Maybe if they do
Working
find a
on
big open, they need a team fight.
anything
Onyx
that
Philippines,
uses
they cannot
RC
play the
or
4-1
whatever,
game, and that's
RC88 and all
really
that
what
stuff.
Blacklist International is exploiting now.
From anything
You
from
can see Joy with all the
ACs
mobility he has,
to
a big map
refrigerators
coverage, good movement
to all
speed,
that
of
stuff.
course,
I
with
was
all the
never a
dashes,
handyman,
just
ever.
get from one lane to another. Apply the
Ever.
pressure on
I've
top.
never
It's a
actually
slow
done
push
it.
top lane once again.
I just got certified
Just
in it.
Blacklist International
It's like a
controlling the
6-month
minions.
class.
It's such a beautiful
Right.
cross-map play.
And I don't remember a single bit of it. I can't even remember what the
Problems also
refrigeration stuff
brewing
is
up
called.
Against Onyx Philippines, they haven't spotted Edward yet, though.
Edward.
They'll lose another turret topside too. They've got to pretty much give up these tier 2 turrets, right, over the hands of Blacklist International and just hope to defend in their base at this point, right? If they get caught out, they're going to be in a bad position here. Net's still trying
It's
to
actually
hold
been
it
almost
down in
10
tier
years
2.
since I got certified. I don't even know if my
Ultimately gonna go
certification is still
down
good.
here. Lord, though, should be taken down
I don't know if it has
shortly.
like a time span on
Still
it.
holding down the mid lane. Super Prince does go in, but it looks like Onyx Philippines just looking to hold on here to get in position for the next
Bro,
fight.
Ryota, if
They
you'd
just
stop
keep on waiting. And
spamming
it's
those
also
goddamn
a-
emotes.
A bad thing if you don't get those trades because in the players
Just to
goal,
give man
Nest is not too
handies.
far, right? Well,
If
he
you'd stop
needs more
popping those
time
emotes, you might be able to
mostly
make a
give
play
the
happen,
other
bro.
members of to give space for Nest because Super Red, if you're a Brody, might be the way to get those damage.
I'm
damage
hungry,
in,
guys.
Right?
I'm hungry. I'm tired.
Blacklist onto All My Venus shows the fleet.
You guys ever heard of HALT?
Wow.
Hungry,
Edward,
angry,
no,
lonely,
just
tired.
do enjoy
4
things.
things
Look at all
that
the damage he's able
aren't
to
a good
provide
combination,
against
guys.
3-4 members of Onyx Philippines. That's so hard to deal with.
Curtsy, hello, welcome, welcome.
Probably give the joy. That's the reason why it's almost automatically banned
Yo, do I still
It's
subscribe?
so
I need
much
to
of an
turn that
opening.
down, bro.
against Onyx Philippines. You see
I need
how
to
it's
turn that
able to
off.
just
We
pressure
don't
the
want
back lines
subs.
for Onyx Philippines, and that allowed Blacklist to be more comfortable, especially during this macro objective plays.
Yeah, with Joy on Edward's hands, you need to answer catch. You need to answer magic defense. I believe he got already 2 most important core items if you were a Joy. So he could actually deplete the resources in the side of Onyx Philippines, and if they wait for that
Am I gonna
time
cast
where
MSC?
everybody
I don't
ultimates
know.
is out for
Ask
Blacklist,
Moonton.
it might be
Go
too
tell
late for
Moonton to
Onyx
cast
bounce
M-
back. So
If you want me to
maybe
cast
resort to
MSC,
the
you guys know what you have
the
to
way
do.
of like having a chance of, well,
Go to
taking
every
2
single
turrets
Moonton
from
post
mid
around
to
the
bottom.
world and say, we want
This might
Trex to
be their
cast
chance, but also
MSC.
notice Edward's still top
All of
side,
them.
right?
MPLID,
Putting pressure there.
MPLPH,
Skill play does come out.
MPLNA,
Onyx
all that
Philippines still
stuff.
looking for
Everywhere.
any moment they
Brazil,
can here. Super
Turkey,
Prince unleashing. Can they grab
Malaysia.
the kill? Wise falls here. Nets able to finally get a point.
you want me
on
to
the
cast
board.
MSC
UA
so bad,
flickers
that's
out of
what
the
you have to
movement
do.
on blast. Edward still backside. Got to be careful. Kakadu falls though. Now Nets on the run, trying to help the team. The flicker comes in. Oh my Venus on the hunt, gets the drag. Nets gets taken out. Look at the damage coming out from Super Red and Edward. Onyx Philippines on the run. Feathered airstrike comes down, but it's not enough to get the last 2
I do
kills.
wonder, with NA having its
Positioning
first
plays
slot in
coming back from
MSC,
Blacklist International, even after
will they
losing
invite
once,
an NA
you
caster?
understand why Onyx Philippines start to go for that play, just all in against the world.
It's a great question.
And unfortunately, they were punished afterwards. They keep Sensui.
Honestly,
holder, but they
it
weren't
would be
able
a
to do
good
their
time
damage
to
up.
invite one of our
So
other
because of
casters
Edward
who haven't
zoning out the
casted on a
members of
global
Onyx Philippines,
stage yet.
and then UA following up. Of course,
That
there might be
way,
those who saw that
when we get to
drag,
M5,
the Shadow
they can
Stampede
send like me and
to
another
be
caster,
on
and they
point
know both
and
are
be a
very
reliable
experienced.
stun against Nets. Well, it isn't really a
It
stun,
wouldn't
but
be a horrible time to
reliable
send someone else to
dispositioning
MSC, and I wouldn't be
against
upset about it.
Nets. And that allowed Blacklist International to
Right?
take the Lord once again. And this is really a big advantage for them.
Oh,
But
Blacklist.
I would love to
Now
go.
with all of the
I'm a humble
items
man, and
locked
I'm a
in
man who loves
for
America
Joy
and
for
growing
Edward,
America,
I say
but
this is a very hard way of
I
bouncing
wouldn't be
back with a lead of
against
6.3K.
sending another caster
How do you
like
target one against
as
Blacklist? Would you
myself.
target Super Red?
Wouldn't be
Would you
against that.
target
I would
UA?
love to go.
With this, or with the pressure of Ome Venus using the Ferris, I say they always have this second chance of turning things around, right? So if Onyx Philippines would rather hold their way of defending inside the base, because Blacklist keeps on baiting them to go out because they're hungry. They're hungry for objectives. They're hungry for kills. And if they keep on answering
The thing
that,
is
that will be a
is
big
we are
problem
the
just
most
right now.
expensive
Right
English
now, they're gonna be
casters
trying
because
to
of the plane
defend this
ticket.
top side. They're going to lose the turret here.
That's the
Wise able to
problem.
grab it. Kakadu takes quite a bit of damage. Falls ultimately to Super Red, and they're trying their best. Nets has the damage, but just not enough. Wise finally falls. UA also quite low.
Oh,
Flicker to
oh,
defend, but
Super
look at the
Red.
triple from
There you
Super
go,
Red.
bro.
Can he
Hold on,
grab
we gotta
some more?
rewind that.
Sensui falls.
We're gonna rewind that because we've been waiting for Super Red to pop off, and this is one of his moments, right? This is one of his moments. He's doing his thing. Where's Super Red? He's under the
They're
tower.
gonna lose the turret
He's
here.
looking.
Wise able to grab it.
He's gonna
Kakadu
pick
takes
up
quite a
Kakadu.
damage.
That's
Falls
one.
ultimately to Super
Ryota
Red. They're
gonna be
trying their
next.
best. Nets
Doing
has the
clean
damage,
things,
but just
doing
not
super
enough.
things,
Wise finally
moving his way in.
falls.
Torn
UA
apart
also
memories
quite
goes
low.
off.
Flicker
Nets
to defend,
will
but
be
look at
next.
the
That's a
from
triple. Trying to
Super
find
Red.
Sensui, but
Can
he will
grab
fall
some
to
more?
you.
Sensui falls. Still looking to end the game here. 4 down for Onyx Philippines. Super Red was finally taken care of.
Super Red has
3
officially won
members
John
for
Dela
Black
Cruz over.
International still
John
up,
Dela
and
Cruz
it's
hated
Super
him on
Prince.
day one.
Can
He was calling him
defend
super
by
trash.
himself?
Still
It
holding
looks
on.
like he can.
He's holding on. 2 supers, but 1 stayed up top. Blacklist International with the push, leaving so much problems for Onyx
Bro, how long does
Philippines
this?
right
Oh
now.
my God, this game goes so
I'm
long.
actually surprised that Onyx Philippines hang on.
Yeah.
It was because Super Fritz is
going for another
positioning and
6
on point
minutes.
used into the
Sheesh.
first and the second skill, dashing through. And Blacklist International pop the ultimate onto UA.
I'm
the
so
last
hungry,
ultimate
guys.
is way
I'm
too
so
early,
tired.
So that they will not be able to zone out Super Fritz, but it is what it is. Blacklist International still winning the team fights. And the only reason why Onyx Philippines held on was because of the heroics
Oh,
from
no.
Super Fritz himself, but it was almost a perfect Lord push coming out from Blacklist International.
Now they're answering it on the late game. Can they hold it, right? This is the problem. This is the thing that I was speculating early on. Can Onyx Philippines hold the damage right now of Blacklist? Because will they deplete resources? Will they take one? Will they isolate one? Because also they really have a good chance of clearing their lane. It's just a matter of maybe isolating, right? Will that be a good answer?
Yes, but it's so difficult. It's easy for us to say that they have to isolate people, right? And this is a they are trying to do it against a Faramis lineup. This composition from Blacklist International, they will not leave each other. They're going to be rubbing shoulders all throughout this game just because of the nature of their composition. But if they do find it, yes, Onyx Philippines, that's a great idea.
Well, right
Until
now,
then, only
this
Edward is
the
exposed.
answer?
yeah, if they can find a kill early on, maybe they catch Edward. I don't know how
No.
you'd be able to do that because you have to throw a lot at a Joy to actually catch her here. So it might be something that Onyx Philippines plays around. But right now, if they can somehow also win this retribution battle,
Ryota,
they have
bro.
a clear signal to march
Stop
in
with the
base, but
emotes.
you also have to look
Look
at
at Sensui
Edward,
here.
right? He's looking to make a Nets play here, right? He's
Look at
looking
this.
to put pressure on that back
Oh, they
lane.
found
But
Edward.
look at Onyx Philippines.
Did he
They
spot
do.
one?
No,
Is this
Edward's
the
there. The
isolation?
charge up. Oh, he's gonna miss.
What were they
Can
thinking?
Edward
What were
survive
they
this? Yes, he
thinking,
does.
bro?
Bobs and weaves.
What were they? They thought
out
they
of
were
there,
gonna.
1 versus 3. So now it's Onyx Philippines on the defense.
Does clipping
Lord
NSCT
is
get
being
you
worked
copyright
on
strikes like
by
MDLPH? I don't know.
Still
I have
pretty
no
healthy
clue.
Here, Onyx Philippines can actually contest this one.
Literally have no
Forced
clue.
on 2 ultimates.
My God. I mean, Edward just utilized the crowd control immunity of the Joy to its full potential. After learning that he is being slowed down because of the Numinum Blast, he decided to just dash forward. Eventually gets hit.
Oh,
but
here we go.
because of
Kakadu with the
crowd
conceal.
control immunity, gets away.
Gonna get the lock
Yeah,
onto
Play
Venus.
comes out. Edward still top side. Gonna be
Wait.
looking for the base here. Can he get it in time? He's just a big distraction.
Edward and
Doesn't have
Ryota
the
back at
damage
base.
just yet, or the minions. So
Evilo,
Ryota
hello
able to hold
Trexie.
his
Hi,
own.
Evilo.
No.
Still the fight. Both sides cross map here. They know the conceal's also down. They
Uh-oh.
gotta be careful. Oh my, Venus gonna get trapped a
Venus
little
taking
bit,
a bit of
but has the
damage.
mortality as well. Still able to push and pull between both teams. Super Prince goes in, looks for something, has to flicker out. It's Edward.
Here comes
now,
Venus.
the beats off and looking for more. Can he find it? Kakadu goes with immortality.
Gonna get stunned. Wise taking a bit of damage, but gonna be able to take them all down. Super Red finds Kakadu.
Oh, no.
Very, very close fight in there. There's a lot of immortalities popped.
Evilo, thank you. Been watching you cast, and it's admirable.
Massive ultimate to not have in this
Admirably.
game.
No ultimate, no flicker, no setups for Onyx.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
This Edward is dropping low though.
That is just insane.
Bro, this is a
You know,
Lord
Edward
fight
able
right
to
here.
Do that on this Joy. Jump into a bush of 3 people. And get out fine. Still
Oh,
gonna be going.
Ryota gets a nice stun. Looking for something. Gonna go down though. Finds you. His immortality pops, so he's still up.
And still the
That's what they
fight
needed.
for the Lord ensues.
Wow, Super Fins now for the first time stole the Fram's ultimate. And it was all just to help out Ryota get out. Great jump from Ryota with the flicker and the ultimate, the bravest fighter, as he's able to take out Yue. Very important component in the team fight of Blacklist International. And so far, this meant that Onyx Philippines might consider just bursting out the Lord. It's now time to take the Lord if you're Onyx Philippines.
Man, I'm seeing a lot of problems. There are 2 members down bottom against Onyx.
Only in
Philippines
PH, bro. Only in
And
PH do
right now
Lords
Ryota's
take
the only
this
one
long.
holding the
Those things
base.
will go
There's
6
4
minutes
members
sometimes.
enough
6
against
minutes.
Blacklist International right now. They're really playing the macro, the long macro game here, leaving one to defend the base of Onyx Philippines. All up to Sensui.
It's take time.
Here we go, though. Here we go.
Who's it
Here
gonna
we
come
go.
down to? They're gonna
No
try to
resets
zone
after
them out
this
the best
one.
they can. Lord is
Wise
taken
takes
by
it.
Wise.
Kakadu
The
trying to do
retribution
something.
battle is finished, but
Edward goes down
falls,
finally.
and
Venus
oh
will
my
be
Venus
next.
as well. 2
Uh-oh.
down
Uh-oh.
for Blacklist
Uh-oh.
International.
Come
And
on,
now
Onyx.
Philippines
Finally gonna
making
take a
their way
tower.
Down a mid. They know
You
they've got the
gonna
numbers
try to
advantage.
siege here.
They're gonna have to deal with the Lord as well. How many turrets? How much space can
Let's
they
see what
grab
happens.
from
Onyx
this
pushing
play?
in hard.
Great discipline. Maybe another one up top, but that will be it. They have to answer for the minions
Bro.
now. Fortunately for
This is a long
Onyx
one.
Philippines, even
This is
after
a long one.
Blacklist International took that away, it's a late respawn from the Lord. It's the reason why they can have a shot at defending this. Onyx Philippines not too shabby at all with the team fights.
And they can hold the line. But on the other end of this lane, oh, okay, Super Red not attempting to do what happened in game number 1, but still hoping Onyx Philippines would have a chance to clear this. They would need to be at the base. There's a lot of ways that they can distract their strategy.
The next
right now.
Lord fight. We're going to another Lord fight,
What
bro.
we saw was pretty much the fact that Onyx Philippines can still win these fights, right?
It's a long game.
They are in a position now where
This
pretty
is
much
honestly,
everybody has
though,
all
like
the
when I'm
items they need,
casting,
and it comes
this
down
is
to
this is
just
prime. When I'm
those
even watching a
micro
game.
decisions in these team fights. So it's better
These
that
are
they
actually
defend in their
like
base
long games are my
where
favorite
they're in
games. When it
an
comes down to
advantage position.
items
They're
maxed
gonna go ahead
out,
and get rid of this Lord here,
bro,
and then
a
they've
3 or
gotta
4
defend
minute
against
Lord
the
fight
pushing
gets me
minions.
going,
And
boys
then from there,
and
look
girls.
for another winning fight the best they can.
This shit gets me revved up. This is what we watch Mobile Legends for right here.
Okay, ultimate has been used.
When
by,
everything's on the
Yue.
line,
Now an advantage.
leads don't matter.
Blacklist International is letting
Come on.
letting everybody out of the base. I say they have complete defense right now. If
You wanna know the way to my heart?
I think this damage reduction
Give me a
item
30-minute
actually
game.
work with the burst right now on how Super
Break
Red
my
managed to use
voice
that's the ultimate
during
on
a while I'm
In a very
casting.
surprising way. Queen's Wings picked up by Kekadut. That's a
Ayo,
big
pause.
surprise. Yeah, because he doesn't heal a lot, right? But I
Yeah.
guess he will just want to stay beefy when he's low. Because you do
Good
have the
setup, yeah.
passive, yeah.
the damage reduction with the immortality and also answers, well, everything for Blacklist's possible wrath of taking 2. So maybe they could buy time and hold the line while Edward is just poking everybody and pushing everybody to a pressure, but they're spotting one!
Edward
Uh-oh.
in trouble here.
Finally find Edward.
It's taken
65-second death counter. That's huge for Onyx.
Yeah,
That's
take the
huge.
Timers right now, 24 minutes. It's over a minute. That Edward will not be a problem for Onyx Philippines, and he has been a problem. We've talked about how Nets is not able to get into position just because of the fact that Melissa is gonna be pressured by the
The
Joy.
disadvantage for
that
Onyx
pickup
is
was
all their
massive.
inhibitors are gone. So even when they get a big play like
30
that,
seconds to
it's
make
not
that
as
kill
impactful
worth if you're
because they
Onyx
still can't
Philippines.
macro out a
If you're
tower.
Onyx,
Like
just press
Ryota
it
still
down,
can't
right?
do
You
anything in that
realize
lane,
Nets
right?
and Sensui
Because the
just
minions are just
trickle down the
always
Lord.
coming and they're
Take
always
it.
stronger. Every lane, the
Lord
minions
here
are
is gonna
coming
be
and
the
they're
hands of
stronger.
Blacklist International if they can avoid this Lord being taken here. Still 20 seconds for Edward to be up. They had to park Ryota bottom side, so it's not pushed out, but still, they're making it hard here for Sensui to finish up this Lord. And it's still going to come down to the retribution battle. Anything could happen here. There's the charger up from
Venus
Kekadu,
gets a
but
nice
he's always
pull.
the best he can.
Super
Sensui
Friends very
is
low.
quite low.
Sensui
But
takes the
Sensui
Lord.
able
That's
to
important.
secure the Lord. Wow. And now they're going to be trying to
Nice pull into Kakadu.
Decide to fight.
Bulwark shield comes out, stun. Kakadu, immortality pops.
Immortality going to be popped here. Edward just
Flicker! Big pull!
Finds 4 members in a massive play from Oh My Venus. And they're still going. Super Red able to find Sensui. Ryota with a nice stun, but ultimately going to get taken down here. And Super Red makes a beeline for the base top side.
Bruh.
What a play from Blacklist International as they end the series 2-1.
One more time. One more time.
Damage.
So patient with it. So
Edward
patient with it.
The corner back for the
Oh my God.
Finds 4 members in a massive play from Oh My Venus. And they're still going. Super Red able to find Sensui. Ryota.
That's
but ultimately going to get taken down here.
The odds of finding a play like that, a 5-man pull with Shadow Stampede.
From Blacklist International as they end the series 2-1.
Blacklist International with a reverse sweep, giving the perfect time for Edward to strike back. Amazing
It's out.
clutch.
The video we did.
Onyx was almost there, but Blacklist had all corners answered from the last Lord take.
Oh God.
The stolen Farm's ultimate went badly, well, not in the favor of Onyx Philippines, because what happens is...
All right, you guys want to watch something funny? Let's see how cringe it is. Gideon Q. Look, make an critic. Oh God. Why did he do this to me, guys? All right. GG's. We're going to end the stream with this, I think, guys.
Welcome to Hot Takes, where I write the scripts and people just have to say what I wrote. On this
Okay, guys. So Gideon invited me. I don't talk politics. We'll say that. I haven't voted in a few years. But no. I'll say this. I did not vote for Trump, I can tell you that much. But I also didn't vote for other people. So, anyways, we don't talk politics on this stream. That's how drama starts. Non-politics, guys. Listen, this is No Politics Live. Gideon invited me to do this bit of content that he has, which he's going to explain here. It's called Hot Takes. I'm the first one to do it, so...
Welcome to Hot Takes, where I write the scripts and people just have to say what I wrote. On this episode, we have Trex to give his thoughts on the recent developments of the NA-MLBB.
So essentially, he writes a script and I have to read it. I just have to read it. I blindly read this script too. I had no clue what was going to be in there. He sent it to me right before this video, and I read it. That's that. So yeah, this was at the end of the stream we did the other night where it was like 1 a.m. That's why I looked stoned, because it was right after that. You guys remember when Gideon asked if he could borrow me? So, yeah, I was I was exhausted, guys.
Scene. Trex?
Yeah. Yes, Gideon. Thanks for having me. In recent times, the North American MLBB scene has been split as the original members of the Valley depart to create new teams of their own. The two camps of Mobazane and Hoon, who created the Ohio Brothers, which is a name I hate, have split the nation in half. Having such great players separated will take a toll on the scene as a whole.
If only we could foresee the future of NA-MLBB.
You know, funny you should ask, because after months of research, I developed the means of time travel where I kissed my family goodbye as I wrapped myself in the star-speckled banner and whispered, MPLNA, MPLNA, MPLNA. Initially, my intentions were to find the talent Wolf and eliminate him so that NA would take its rightful place on top during M4. Unfortunately, his powers were too
downfall.
strong, sending me years further into the past, and what I saw shook me to my core, Gideon.
What did you see?
Well, I guess I saw the Founding Fathers, of course. Apparently, George Washington was also an incredible jungler, just like Zane, and a shot
Was George
caller during
Washington
his
part
time.
of Team Secret?
I shook his hand before Benjamin Franklin came up to me to explain the truth. You see, they didn't call it Mobile Legends back then. They called it our fight for independence, or something along those lines. Sounds ridiculous. But the importance was that North America was tired of the British playstyle, stealing our buffs, camps, river crabs, and women, and introducing import players that could play longer hours and were also way faster. I got a feeling I know where this is going.
I don't think that's how U.S. history went, but how does this relate to the future of NA?
I'm sorry. I got a little cut off guard there, but did you go back to the past and talk to our Founding Fathers, Gideon?
No, but...
Exactly. You see, Alexander Hamilton was a visionary and an incredible support player that got shouted at by lots of his teammates for their selfish needs. He foresaw the events of M3.
I almost wish
and
I had
M4.
an actual
And he told
teleprompter.
me that America needs to stand behind their teams no matter what. He told me that his people will rise up to the challenge and show what the true meaning of freedom was through the NACT. Starting state NACT starting time. Oh, starting! Starting this weekend, or whatever this, March 5th, March 12th, 14th, something like that, 5:30 p.m. Eastern.
The script had quotations. It was like state NACT starting time, and I'm like, wait, what's that? That was the best part.
March 5th, state NACT starting time. Oh, starting!
That was the best part.
Starting this
That was the
weekend,
best part.
or whatever this, March 5th, March 12th, 14th, something like that, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. Insert ad lib here. He spoke of fan support being needed more than ever in times of crisis if we ever wanted to win an international tournament. Also, he said
Gideon wrote the
Ohio
script.
Brothers was a dumb name. It would spend a total of $6. 3 to ask Hoon to change the team's name, and another 3 to make the text speech go. I
did that in Hoon's chat.
Those are truly inspiring words from a man who made a musical.
Yep, Mark Hamilton's an inspiring person, indeed. To summarize the words from all the Founding Fathers, essentially, NA must not be afraid to compete. Like how e-girls aren't afraid of selling their farts in a jar. I liked this script until now. The future is bright for NA if we continue to support our players and representatives, no matter what team they may be on.
That was Trex with his hot take on NA's MLBB scene. Do you agree with me? I mean him, or how? Well, don't worry about it. Like and subscribe if you guys enjoy the content, and hopefully we can get more people on to see what their hot takes are. Because Ohio Brothers was such a terrible name and you wanted to change it, Trex, I came up with a bunch. Of better names, possibly better names, and I'm gonna read them out to you. This one you've heard of before, Patriot Esports.
I hate it.
Cash Me Outside, how about that, Esports?
I like that one.
The LA Lakers.
It sounds familiar.
Alright. Eagle Esports.
Terrible.
Straight out of NA.
Gangster
Straight out
as
of
hell.
NA.
N/A.
Not available.
Norfolk Southern.
North.
Sounds like something an Asian person would come up with.
I mean, it's also a catastrophe that happened in Ohio, but my favorite one, this one came out very recently. I can't even say it properly. Ohio gozaimasu.
Ohio gozaimasu!
That was the best one.
That's the best one.
That's the best one. All right, we got confirmation.
America approves.
Hot Takes is scripted by Gideon Q and for entertainment purposes only. Know that no casters were harmed in the process of this recording.
No, that no casters were harmed in the process of this recording. All right. All right, guys. That's it for tonight. Hope you got your fix. I love the video. We're going to comment that I was definitely hurt in the process of this recording. And underpaid. Emotional damage. All right, guys. That's it for tonight. Much love to all. Yeah, we're cutting a little short tonight. Normally we do over 2 hours, but I have to work at 7:45 a.m. tomorrow. It's already 11:43. I have like a 12-hour shift tomorrow, so until next time. Until next time, guys. I'll see you guys Sunday. Sunday we're doing we'll be watching the final qualifiers of NACT, and we'll see who goes to the top 8. It's going to be a big night. We're going to probably be streaming for about 6+ hours, so it's going to be a lot. We'll be grinding, guys. Grinding. I'll probably bring some food, a bunch of coffee from about 5:30 p.m. to whenever the party ends, guys. We'll be on. So I'll see you guys Sunday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll be going for a while, you know, because Trex has stamina. Stamina, not stamina, stamina. We'll see you guys there. Much love. Deuces. Let me stop before I get canceled.